From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Did you guys see that story of the website that's selling the human-sized teddy bear for like emotional support? It's got like the head of a teddy bear.
Like, is it legitimate or is it for perverts?
No. It's legit. It's like I'm gonna hold on.
I mean, it's a legit question.
Whenever I see something that is like adult size, whatever, and it's something that like harkens back to childhood.
I just emailed everyone a link to the website. It's puffybear.com.
Oh, that's for pervs.
Okay. So on the website, it says it's an emotional support pillow that, quote, significantly reduces the feeling of loneliness.
That's a man.
So
that's
it's
a
got
man.
Oh, God.
It's got the head of a teddy bear. No. Right? And the body of a man.
A man.
This is weird.
And it actually has like fingers. It's got 5 fingers on each hand.
Bro.
Right? It's got nothing else like.
Bro, what was the first question I asked? What was the first question I asked?
This is for perverts.
Yeah, and what
right?
did you say?
I said no.
Right.
According to this website.
No.
$160 plus shipping.
That's not
bad. Okay. It comes naked.
It's
so you have to buy clothes.
Oh, no.
That's cool. You have to buy clothes for it.
Yeah.
It fits into a large or extra large men's clothing. And when you go to the website, you see all these people like snuggle up on it.
Yeah, but they put man clothes. Like there's one picture where he's wearing khakis.
Yeah.
A dress shirt.
Yeah, listen. Sometimes you got to be fancy, Deepa.
No.
It's a holiday. It's a lot of parties to go to.
No.
You know?
This is for pervs.
On the website, meet Puffy.
Okay. Go. Can you scroll down? Go to their when you scroll down as far until you get to the frequently asked questions part of the website. Okay.
Yeah.
With the lady in the lingerie, lying on her bear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's so
You're telling me this
Shem,
isn't for pervs?
Listen, it can get lonely for us, for folks sometimes.
Okay, Shem, you get one then.
Yeah.
I used to have like kind of a life size one.
No.
Shem,
This
no.
one.
This is when we say life size, when we say like adult size teddy bear, okay? This isn't a big, giant, fat teddy that is just a small teddy bear scaled up. This is a man. Okay, with a teddy head on him. It has 5 fingers.
Yeah. Promise you I will purchase one.
It is a...
You're such a liar.
Do it now.
Okay.
By the way, you want to know like height of the teddy bear?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
5'7".
Wow.
Okay.
5'7".
Kind of on the short side.
I was going to go through, but thank you for bringing up the picture of the woman in the lingerie leaning up against her teddy.
Yeah.
In bed, and she's reading a book. It looks like she's almost done the book. She's probably ready for bed soon. But some of the other pictures include laying on top of the teddy, spooning with the teddy, where you are the little spoon.
That's sweet.
Stop.
I'm literally purchasing one.
You
right
are
now.
not.
On the website, it says here, he becomes part of the family and is always at home waiting for you. He doesn't snore, he doesn't sweat, and he doesn't complain.
Okay, go under the frequently asked questions where it says, how do you clean him?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you don't want to lay on something dirty.
No, just read it.
my
Please read
God.
it.
Puffy can be cleaned with a clean, damp cloth, only on the surface, or use dry cleaning.
Wow.
Washing in the washing machine would disturb its proportions and therefore your comfort.
Why would you need to clean the teddy bear?
Because you're dirty sometimes. If you're
The
going to be
same
rubbing
way
up
you would
on
clean
it.
your bed sheets more.
Yeah.
The same reason you'd clean your bed sheets.
Okay, guys, this is for perverts.
This is normal.
And I don't know why the website is just full of young women with their teddy bear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is for guys.
Yeah, I'd be a model for this.
Right.
So Shem is in. If you want to see the pictures, by the way, puffybear.com.
You don't want a puffy bear. Okay, it's $160 US. Is shipping included in that? Probably not.
No.
It's huge.
The best
This is
hug pillow to support back, neck, and knees.
Okay. No, it's for this is for pervs, and pervs. That's it.
Look at
There's
Shem.
a return policy.
Shem, why do you have your credit card out?
You're not
Shem.
ordering
He's
this.
literally buying. I'm in the
You're not
room. He's like,
ordering this.
he's ordering
Shem.
this.
You're not ordering
It's a little
this.
judgy. A little judgy,
You're
guys.
not ordering this.
Well, listen, not all of us have.
What do you, Shem? If you ever hope to have a woman over to the house, what are you going to do with this thing?
Oh, you think this thing's going to be there? Yeah, come on now.
Exactly.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Hello, it's Roz and Mocha.
Oh my goodness.
What's going on?
Hi. I called and I didn't think I would get through. And I tried the trick where I told Maury that he's the most amazing person. I need to tell you guys that I love him so much. So he got me through.
Old trick.
Oh my God. Maury, don't be so upset. Why are you so mad, bro?
Because I believed her.
He knew it.
Yeah.
Maury, okay,
I
hold on.
love you, Maury.
Stop.
But
What's your name? What's your name?
My name is Gurney.
Okay, so Gurneep, I just have to tell you that the look on Maury's face when he told us that someone was on the phone, right, was excitement, right? He was happy. He couldn't wait for us to take this phone call. Rushed in here. Guys, phone. Answer the phone. Take this call.
through in a week.
Yeah. And as soon as you said what you said, everything in his face just deflated.
Maury, I'm really sorry. I've been listening since I was in middle school when you guys first started the show.
And you know the trick.
Yeah.
And I know the trick. I listen to the podcast day in and day out. I drive to work. I listen to it at home. I am on episode 70, even though I've listened to these things growing up anyway.
Yeah.
So for anyone who doesn't know, if you are new to the Roz and Mocha Show,
yes,
we get calls and texts and the phone lines are always blowing up. People trying to get in touch with the Roz and Mocha Show.
Yes.
And not everybody gets through. A lot of people do. Not everyone does. But we did say what the trick is. If you are to get through and you hear Damn It Maury's voice on the other line before you get to us, the trick is...
Maury, what is the trick?
Well, it's no longer a trick anymore.
Well, we've talked about this many times, but what is the
It's been working
trick?
for years.
It worked today.
I know, but it will never work
But
again.
what was the trick then?
Oh, you just have to compliment me and tell them, say, I'd love to let Roz and Mocha know how much I love Maury. And then,
Maury's legit upset right now.
I know. Are you pissed right now, Maury?
Because I told her, I'm like, they're going to make fun of you for this. And she's like, no, but I really mean it. But she trolled me. I said to her,
He was
this would
they're
happen.
not going to believe me.
Okay.
no.
But she convinced you more?
I'm like, I'll put you through, but this is going to be like a nightmare for me.
Oh, no. Well, Gurneep, now that you have us on the Roz and Mocha Show, did you call for a specific reason?
I know. As soon as he picked up, I was like, is this Maury? And he said no, first off.
No.
Why would you say no?
No, I
Why would you lie?
No, I didn't. She said, is this Maury? And I'm like, it's the Roz and Mocha Show.
Mm-hmm.
And I know from the podcast that he pretends to be different people when he answers the phone.
I know.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to make it seem like he answers the phones
I know.
on the show.
Did you use a different voice today, Maury?
Well, that I did do.
You did? How did
What
you
was the
answer the
voice?
phone?
Oh, Roz and Mocha Show.
Wow, very convincing.
Yeah, so
It's like we're a law office. I feel like I just made partner.
Oh my God.
Okay, so you actually have nothing to say?
I didn't think I would get through. So when he asked me why I was calling, I was like, I have no plan because I didn't know I'd get this far.
Okay.
Well, Gurneep, thank you very much for calling. That was very wonderful talking to you. Very creative way
Thank you
of getting
so
in touch.
much. This is the highlight of my life right now. I'm so obsessed with you guys.
You've listened to the show and you've listened to the podcast enough to know that we're going to ask between Roz and Mocha.
I knew it, but I didn't.
Who is your favorite?
I couldn't. I don't know. I know you guys aren't going to make me answer. And I listen to so many people struggle with an answer. And I don't want to call Roz a smooth, cool dude.
Wow.
You just did.
Wow.
I know. I thought I'd refresh that memory for anyone listening.
Okay, but you still didn't answer the question. Between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
I'm brown. So Mocha.
Yay!
Deepa, I hear you in the background all the time.
Listen to how people applaud. Could you imagine if somebody called in and went, well, I'm white, so Roz. And I was like, yeah, girl.
Dima would be the only one that would applaud for that.
Yeah,
So
girl.
positive.
Yeah.
Gurneet, you're the best. Thank you so much for joining us on the Roz and
No
Mocha Show
worries.
today.
Thank you for picking up, guys. You're the best. You make me laugh and cry nonstop through everything, and I couldn't get through life without you guys.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Here we go. This is going to be exciting, I hope. Feel free to say your name if you want. You don't have to, but you can.
My name's Gurneet. I called in a few days ago.
Oh, what's going on? I remember you. You were the one that called in, and in order to get to us, you said you lied to Maury when he answered the phone and said that you wanted to talk to us to sing his praises.
Yes. That's
you know
not the only thing I lied about that day.
Oh, okay.
So when you guys asked me and I answered that my favorite is Mocha, I have been thinking about it nonstop since then and giving myself like panic. And I've had my friends and family ask me why I answered that because everyone around me knows I'm absolutely obsessed with Roz. And even I was like, I don't know why Mocha came out of my mouth. It's just what everyone says. It's just peer pressure of what everyone says. But I couldn't stop thinking about it. I obsess over Roz's book. I don't follow anyone else on TikTok except him, even though he doesn't post anything. I walk around telling people about the things he says on the podcast. Like, my boyfriend thinks I'm obsessed with Roz more than him. So
Okay, but for the record, you put it out there in the universe, and your answer is already stamped in.
I know it's stamped in, and that's why I haven't been able to sleep because of it.
Why would you lie?
It's just, as soon as you asked me, I panicked because I love both of you, and I didn't want to upset anybody. And then I was like, everyone says Mocha, and I feel like Roz is just strong enough to handle that.
He's not.
Obviously, you don't know me.
I'm really sorry. I on the podcast,
Shem's
you're the
dying.
one person I obsess over.
Really?
Okay.
So what is it about Roz that you're so obsessed?
Shut up, Shem.
It's just like his outlook on life, like the way he kind of goes about every situation. Like, even listening to the podcast, like the little things he says, I actually try to implement sometimes. Just like certain things, what you should value, and not dwelling too much on other things that don't matter as much in your life.
But Roz hates people.
He doesn't hate people. He hates people who don't deserve to be liked.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
He likes all the people in his life that deserve it.
I feel seen right now. Yes, somebody who gets it.
But you still said to us on the phone that I'm your favorite. So
Because my heart didn't want to hurt you either.
So
this phone call made it better?
So you had the
Never
choice.
had this. You can't change your vote.
This is what I have a problem with. You had the choice because in your head you thought somebody was going to get hurt. So you had the choice to hurt one of us. And even though you say that I'm your favorite, you still, given the choice, chose to hurt me.
I'm really sorry. I didn't want to hurt you, but trust me, I've thought about this nonstop. I haven't stopped thinking about it. I had to leave work early because I was upset. And I
God.
no, you didn't. Are you serious?
My sister asked me, she's like, did you answer? And I was like, yeah. I said Mocha, and she's like, why? She's like, all you do is talk about Roz all day. And I was like, I don't know.
Wow.
But I don't think we can do changing of the vote.
No,
it can't happen. It can't happen.
Have you been keeping a tally?
No, we don't keep a tally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in the thousands.
Shut up. We don't.
In
there's
the
no tally.
thousands.
There's no tally. It's fine.
In
it's
the
close.
thousands.
It's very
I
close.
just feel like you only put the ones on the podcast where they say Mocha.
Well,
No, those are the only ones that call through.
Shut up, Maury.
It's bare facts.
Shut up.
So wait, Gurneet, how much hate does your man have for Roz? Because you talk about him so much.
He thinks Roz is an amazing person. He thinks, because usually when I share Roz's opinions, he agrees.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, sounds like a very sexy guy.
He's absolutely amazing.
But he's dating a liar.
No, I'm more like you, Mocha, sadly. I'm just trying to make everyone happy.
Oh.
Well, then what the hell do I do? I'm not out here trying to make people happy.
No, you tell it as it is, and if they can take it, they can take it.
Oh my God, I'm so misunderstood.
Anyway,
That's how he is.
First of all, I'm the fun one.
okay.
Everybody knows I'm the fun one.
Gurneet, do you feel better now? Talking about it?
I feel so much better, honestly. I feel amazing that I could get that off my chest. I do love both of you. Honestly, I have been listening for as long as you guys have been on the radio.
You know what's interesting? I don't feel better.
I'm really sorry. I want everyone to read your book. It's going to be everyone's Christmas gift.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is a great Christmas gift. You make
It is.
some
It's a life-changing
poor
Christmas
family member
gift.
cry for 4 days over the holidays.
Well, that's why we have a platform like Vented Moments, Gurney, for you to put it all out there and get it off your chest.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Take care.
Don't leave work early today and get a full night's sleep.
No, I might work later because I'm in such a good mood from telling Roz how much I love him.
Great.
Love you, Gurney.
Awesome.
Love you so much.
All right. Bye-bye, love.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Bro, I was so messed up this week. On Tuesday, I thought it was Thursday.
Oh, wow.
For like a good 30 minutes. And so I was in the mindset of Thursday.
Oh, that sucks.
Right? Because my routine when I get up is I start going through all the tasks that I have to do. Everything like I have to do before the show starts.
Yep.
And then what I need to get done once the show is over, by the time the show is done. So I'm going through everything, all the steps.
Yeah.
And then I'm listening to the news station driving into work. And then I'm like wondering
what the hell's going on.
I thought they were playing like an old newscast because the lady was like, Wednesday there's going to be this and this. I'm like, but that was yesterday.
That's terrible. I think the antidote for that, the sort of thing that balances out that feeling, is when every now and then you wake up on a Saturday morning and think you have to go to work, but then remember that it's Saturday.
Oh.
Because that feeling is
great.
great.
Yeah, and that happens to me a
Frequently.
Most
weekends.
It's masked also with the freak out, though. That's the worst part of waking up on a Saturday that way.
Yeah, but when you realize though that you're not late and that it's Saturday.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing.
It's such a glorious feeling. So I think that maybe on the days when it's Tuesday and you think it's Thursday, I think that the sort of your balance is equaled out because of the Saturdays that you wake up in a panic, thinking that you have to go to work.
Do you wake up in the middle of the night?
Don't. No. I mean, if I have to pee.
No, but if that's not the case, do you sleep right through?
Do I sleep right through? I'll usually wake up once or twice because.
Do you ever check your phone to see
No,
what time
never,
it is?
never. No?
Even when you get up in the middle of the night to pee?
Oh, to pee if I do. Yeah. Because if I get up and I have 15 minutes left, I won't go back to bed.
Right.
I'll just get up at
Because
that point.
Every single time, because I never get, it's very rare that I get a straight full night uninterrupted. Every now and then I'll wake up, right?
Yeah.
But every time I wake up, I always press my phone so it activates and I check the time.
I just look at the alarm, like the clock radio.
Don't have one. I have no lights in the room anymore.
At all.
None. No, there's
amazing,
no
right?
clock. There's no.
We got
Not even a little
blackouts.
red dot on the TV.
There is no red dot on the TV.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Nothing.
We got blackout blinds and everything.
Yeah.
But because I go to bed so early.
You
right?
have to.
So at 7:30, I'm fast asleep.
Jeez.
And
man,
if I get up
that's
and I look at the clock
crazy.
and it says like 9:45,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, amazing.
Oh, yes. That's
Right?
another great feeling.
Right?
Yes.
Now, if I check the clock
Yes.
and it says 12:30, I'm like, not amazing,
No, but
just
not
enough,
horrid.
but
You
not
didn't ruin
horrible.
it. You didn't
Because
ruin
my
it.
alarm goes off at
Yeah.
2:15.
Yeah.
Right? Now, if I look at the clock and I see it says 1:45,
Oh, it's the worst.
then it's 1:45 is my
worst.
cutoff point
Yeah.
where it's ruined.
Yeah. Yeah, ruined. Because you
Right?
can't fix that. Like, you
No.
can't go back. You know you've just lost an hour,
Yeah.
right? Or
I just-
45 minutes
I
or
just
whatever
lay
it is.
there
Yeah.
like half asleep.
Yeah, because then I start panicking. Well, I'm up now, right?
If I
I'm
fall
kind of
asleep-
awake. If I fall asleep, I may
you.
not wake up.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is that's the worst. And Jenna never wakes up when you wake up, right? Do you ever no? Does
Never.
Matthew ever wake up when you wake up more?
No, but last night he did the worst thing ever. So you're talking about how if you look at the clock, it's like 1 o'clock.
Is
you
this
lose an hour.
really going to be the worst thing ever?
Perhaps not the.
Okay, continue.
So I tried a mocha. I went to bed at a good time. I'm like, you know what? I can watch all my shows another day.
What time?
So I went to bed at 9.
Oh, wow.
That's
Okay.
early for me.
That's early. That's early.
So I'm cuddled up. It's fantastic. I fall asleep. 1 o'clock in the morning, Matthew comes into the bedroom, turns on his light on the side of the bed, starts listening to music without headphones.
No.
Oh, man.
And I
so rude.
And I give a sigh and roll
monster.
over. I'm like,
What a monster.
Oh, what'd he say? What'd he say?
He's like, oh, oops, so sorry.
Oh my God.
Like,
what a monster.
Bro, should we wake him up?
Because he woke you up last night?
Oh,
Should
no,
we
I
wake him up
highly
now?
recommend not doing that. I
Why?
can deal with it.
He's got a busy day?
No, because he'll be a bee all day.
Okay.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Aw, yeah. It went down yesterday, y'all. First annual Flick-A-Mania.
Yeah.
The country was going wild.
They were. It all went down.
The DMs were blowing up. The texts were blowing up.
Yeah.
So many conversations were had yesterday outside of the Roz and Mocha Show with people about Flick-A-Mania.
I was at a black tie event last night, and I was talking to people about flicking panties. Try explaining that to people who didn't hear it.
And how did you? How did you?
Not well.
No?
No.
Like for anyone who missed it yesterday.
Okay, so yesterday, Mocha claimed the crown of the first annual Flick-A-Mania. So he is now, I guess, the champ. Where we flicked panties, we tried to figure out who could flick a panty the farthest. And the reason this happened, no, we're not perverts. The reason this all happened, she's I cannot talk about this without telling why. Okay, it was all because of my stupid cat. So I was telling a story about how our cat Birdie goes in Catherine's drawers while she's sleeping and starts pulling. She goes on a panty raid and she starts pulling out all her panties and then secretly drags them into the living room and up all night plays with them. And she hooks her paw into the elastic of the waist and bites the other side and literally flicks panties across the living room while we're sleeping. And Mocha said that I couldn't flick a panty as far as my cat could. And I took great offense. Ego took over, and then we were, having a challenge of who between Mocha and I could flick a panty the farthest, because Mocha said that I couldn't do something as well as my cat.
Correct.
And I lost.
So we had panties in here. We had the tape measure on the ground. This is what happened yesterday. 1, 2, 3,
flick.
Oh! Where are we at?
14 feet.
Those 6 inches matter.
Yeah?
Roz's turn now. He's got his foot at the front of the tape measure.
Yeah.
He's getting his bearings here. Thumb on one end, finger on the other. Oh, he's crouching. Oh, look at that. Crouching down, aiming up at the air. Okay.
And...
Oh, my God. Oh, no. Hold on. Wait. No. Ah! What? I flicked the panty the furthest.
Okay, that was yesterday.
Can I go through some of
God damn, man. That's going to haunt me, that loss.
First annual. My time is now, son. Can I read some text real quick?
Yeah.
Congrats, Mocha, on your epic win. However, I have to wonder if Roz hadn't arched the panty flick, because if you remember, you crouched down.
Because I'm so tall. I was afraid I was going to hit the ceiling because we have really low ceilings in here. I made a mistake.
Who would have won then? If you take the arch distance into account, who went farther? I mean, I won. Doesn't matter. After all this charm with the women, Roz lost in the panty flicking game.
Wow. First of all, it has nothing to do with that.
My 7-year-old is late for school, and he doesn't understand why I'm having fun with 2 grown men talking about panties. Somebody else said, anyone else turned on a bit by all this panty flicking event?
Wow.
Somebody else said, I knew Mocha would win because Roz would overthink it.
Yeah, I did too.
We need a belt, reads another text. And then, time to get the panty belt out for Mocha, the winner.
The panty belt! Come on now. The panty belt?
I'm having a good time in there.
Yeah.
I don't think, you don't need a belt. You just need a panty with a plaque on it.
We do have something.
We do.
We do have something for the winner.
Oh.
We'll have to celebrate winners here on the Roz Mocha Show. Sorry,
do.
Roz.
Yeah.
Mocha,
Wow.
I put something near your desk. I need you to go ahead and open that up.
What you handed me? It's a black box, and it's covered in plastic.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it's like there's nothing on it. It's just a plain black box.
But it's like it's wrapped.
Yeah, go ahead and open that up.
What is it?
A little something.
It looks like it's so beautifully wrapped. Like it looks like a cologne box, but only larger. Like
Not a cologne.
It's a beautiful black box with cellophane and.
But it is for the winner.
What is that?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Why is there a WWE logo on it?
Oh, shut up.
You'll see.
Stop
is
with
this?
this. Stop with this.
The winner.
Oh my God.
Stop with this. What did they give you?
They gave me a championship belt.
Oh my God. Stop it.
Yo, did the WWE send this?
Yeah, our friends. I went ahead and said that to you.
I
but-
mean,
Oh my God.
okay, just to be clear, okay? Just to be clear, it isn't like, you know when the NBA gets a champion or like in the NHL, then Triple H will make like an actual belt for the winning team?
Yes.
This isn't that. This is like a replica,
It's a giant ring.
It's a giant
is what it looks
ring.
Like.
It looks like a type of ring that Shaq would wear, or that would fit Shaq.
And it looks like for some people might write. It looks like an Hermes bracelet.
It looks like it's the size of a bracelet, but it's clearly a ring.
Look at this.
Right?
No, it's heavy.
Bling.
But guess what? A belt's a belt.
Wow. Okay, so that's what we're fighting for next year?
There you go.
All right. You get to keep it for 1 year.
Look who's in. Look who's in the.
Well, now that I know that there's a pretty prize attached to it, of course we're doing it again.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I braised short rib last night.
Ooh.
Jesus.
You sound disappointed.
No, it was it was good. It was fine.
Still thinking about it. Isn't that the best? When you have a meal that's so good, you keep thinking about it the next day?
Because I just found some in my tooth.
Did you spit it out or eat it?
No, I ate it. I didn't realize what it was. It's been there all night.
You didn't brush your teeth last night before you went to bed?
No. I was too tired.
You didn't brush your teeth this morning?
I did. I just missed it. It was buried deep in there.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Does it still have flavor?
Yeah. What's that?
It still have flavor?
That's how I knew exactly what it was. Yeah. No, I didn't pick it out either. I just dug it out with my the tip of my tongue. And
So was it inner meat or outer meat?
What do you mean?
Like, was it the braised part or some of the inside meat?
No, it was like the stringy inside meat, I guess you could say. I found.
Okay, sorry. You found what? Say it again.
Inside meat. In
Where? Say it again. You
in
what?
my mouth.
You what?
I found inside meat in my mouth.
Sounds like a good business.
Shut up. No, I had this. No, I went to this this Writers Trust storytellers, but I went to a ball last night, Shem. Had what? Yes, I went to a ball last night. Catherine and I got all dressed up and
debutante.
Took a limo and like everything else.
So now that you're an
Yes.
author, you have to go to all these things?
Yeah, and I was like an honoree. I got a medal.
A medal?
You got a
Yes,
medal?
I got a medal.
How big is the medal?
It looks like it's the same size that they gave to Luke and Han, but not Chewbacca at the end of Star Wars.
I don't know what that means.
Right? So
We did so much work.
yeah, I know. We did all the work.
got nothing.
Is it the size of a chocolate coin?
No, larger.
go watch the end of Star Wars, man.
Yeah,
Come
man. No, it's like a full medal, like a satin.
Where is
like
it?
It's
Were
at
you wearing
home.
it all night?
It's at home.
Why didn't you wear it
Yeah,
today?
I don't know why I didn't wear it today.
Does it have your name on it?
No. It's
What does
no,
it say?
No.
Does it have the number 1 on it?
What's the award for?
It's not so what they do is they do this Writers Trust Gala, right? It was started by Margaret Atwood and I think maybe Pierre Burton or some other giant Canadian writer. And it's like a fundraiser that they do every year for writers, basically. But they have like 60 tables. And at each table, they bring in like an author to sit at the table. And everybody at the table gets their book. And then you entertain them and you talk to them. And you answer questions
Did you do a
about your
reading?
book. No, I didn't do a reading.
So how many people got the medal?
But there was like I think 40 of us. I think that there
guys
was,
like the Avengers.
right? We're just like the Avengers, yeah. So I went and I sat there and I walked in. Everybody had my book and there's a picture of me on the table.
Did they announce you? Like, please, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
No, at the end they announced everybody who was there, and then they announced me. But everybody at my table was talking, so I was the only one that clapped for myself. It was like super goddamn
shush everyone?
embarrassing. Yeah, I know, and I didn't know.
They're about to say my name.
Yeah, well, because we're at table 6, right? And then, so the guy on the stage is like, I just want to take a minute to go through the sponsors of each table, and then recognize the authors at each table. But he was just walked on the stage to say this, right? And the room at this point is chaos, right? People are just mingling and having a good time. You hear like drinks, all this other stuff. And we're table 6. And I start thinking, there's no way this room's going to calm down by the time he gets to 6. And I was right. I was right.
Pissed.
I was the only one that clapped. Like, the only one that clapped. And then
You can't clap for yourself.
I was the only one that clapped. And then at another point, Lainey from The Social was hosting, and she wrote a book years ago, and she made a comment talking about how awful it is, the process of writing a book. But she was sort of like making a joke.
Yeah.
And then all I heard her say was that the process of writing a book is awful, and literally in a room full of like 300, 400 people, all you hear is me go. I was the only author.
Did Margaret Atwood stare at you?
They about to take that medal away from you real quick.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Do people care about Julia Fox? I'm still sort of fascinated with Julia Fox, and I didn't really know who she was until she started dating Kanye.
Same.
And she's real big on TikTok. And somebody asked about her dating Kanye, and it was in reference to, quote, dating a famously violent misogynist and anti-Semite. Ooh. And so she responded to that, and now she's playing this like her dating Kanye was because she thought that it would take the heat off of Kim Kardashian.
Oh, God.
So
then I
here's
had
Julia
this
Fox.
thought, and I was like, oh my God, maybe I can get him off Kim's case. Like, maybe I can distract him, like just get him to like me. And I knew, I was like, if anyone can do it, it's me, because when I set my mind to something, I do it. And I will say that month that we spent together, he wasn't on Twitter, first of all. He wasn't on any forms of social media. He didn't even talk about his relationship. We only really talked about clothes and like weird ideas and plans for the future and our hopes and dreams for childhood and education. And like, it was really beautiful, guys. The moment he started tweeting, I was out. But anyway, I was delusional. I thought I could help him. Anyway, it didn't work. And now we're here. But that being said, really deeply respect the man as an artist. I don't want to on that. I don't want to reduce his whole career to his really bad moments, you know. But that being said, I stand with the Jewish community, period.
So what? So she was like,
okay. So she was
a
helping
savior?
Kim.
Oh,
she was
God.
doing Kim a favor by taking Kanye off her hands.
Like, girl, I got
so
you.
he would lay off her. And then, so whole thing did not sit well with people. And so she had to respond to her response.
oh, period.
Period.
The funniest thing about this whole thing is that if women really didn't date men that upheld patriarchal values or didn't date men that were misogynistic or had problematic views or did problematic things in the past or had said problematic things in the past, there would be no men left to date, sweetheart. So don't get mad at me for doing what men trained me to do, which is to overlook the bad stuff and focus on the good. And believe it or not, there are a lot of really good things about Kanye West. And if you don't think so, you're probably racist. And I say that while also acknowledging that the things that he has done and said are really, really messed up. But I can't point the finger at him and say that he's the reason that our world is so up, because that's white people.
She is all over the place, huh?
Period. Period. Jeez, Julia Fox.
That ain't it.
That ain't it,
That ain't it.
That ain't it, girl.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Grey Cup going down on Sunday in Regina. Of course, it is the Toronto Argonauts up against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. We heard from people in Regina the other day to kind of see who they're cheering for.
Because it's tough when there's no hometown, and Regina is like, they are ride or die green, and it is very difficult to cheer when you are in Regina for either Toronto or Winnipeg.
They both equally hate both teams. So it's super weird.
It's crazy, yes.
But we have two massive CFL fans who are ride or die for each one of their teams. Dave Patrician.
I am here.
It's Roz Mocha. You are diehard Bombers fan. And we have Rory Lachlan on the phone, huge Argos fan. What's going on?
Where did you find an Argos fan?
Oh, geez, here we go. Okay, hold on here. Dave, let's start with you. Why are the Bombers going to win Grey Cup?
This is the single greatest assemblage of professional athletes in the Canadian Football League since the 50s. Since 1950, when the Argos did beat us in the Grey Cup, we've gone on to win the Grey Cup 9 different times. Argos have only won it 8. Sure, they beat us that game in 1950, but a lot has changed. This year, the Canadian Football League honored 6 of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers as All-Stars.
Wow.
The Argonauts had 3. We spoiled the Toronto Argonauts' 4th of July party because everybody wants to be American down there. We came into Toronto. We beat the Argonauts in front of less than 12,000 fans. There was more than 12,000 people in line at the Mary Browns at the Rogers Center the day before. Nobody goes out to watch the Argos. We're the greatest team in football history. The first team since 1982 that's going to win the Cup 3 times.
Okay, Rory, how's it going, man? Explain to Dave why the Argos are going to whip the Bombers.
See, Dave forgot that the Bombers actually almost took them 30 years to win another Grey Cup.
Oh, damn.
They won one in 1990. That took them 30 years. Yeah, sure, they won back-to-back. That's because we gave them Zach Collaros. The only reason we gave them Zach Collaros because we didn't want those bums from Hamilton winning a Grey Cup. They haven't won one since 99. Since 1990, when Winnipeg last won it, before that, we won in 91, 96, 97, 04, 12, 17. We've got 17 Grey Cups, and we're going to get number 18 on this year against the Bombers.
Okay, we'll sort of make this one a little free-for-all between Dave and Rory because we like chaos around here. Who has the better offense?
Oh, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers has the better offense. We're talking about the guys. And everybody, here we go, Bombers. Here we go. Listen, Zach Collaros on one leg. Everybody's talking about his ankle. One leg can beat the Toronto Argonauts defense. And the guy that can't decide on his name, McLeod, Bethel, Thompson, whatever his name is, sure, he might have a good arm, but he's got nobody to throw to, and he's got the Blue Bomber cast-off Andrew Harris behind him to run the ball. That's it.
You going to take this, Rory?
One leg. Don't worry, soon he might have no legs, no arms, and a head in this, too. Sean Oakley comes at him, and all the D-line and eat him up. Oh, it's going to be real ugly for Zach Collaros, let me tell you. Loser peg is what it is. It is so damn cold in the winter. And when they finally defrost in the summertime, the place is covered with massive mosquitoes and black flies. Man, actually, funny enough, the Loser Peg Blue Bombers are actually named after those mosquitoes because they suck and they're super annoying.
Here we go, Bombers. Here we go.
Okay,
here we go,
finally, Dave and Rory going into Grey Cup weekend. In your opinion, between the Blue Bombers and the Argos, which team has the hotter football players?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I mean, they're called the Loser Peg Blue Ballers. Bombers, I guess. Blue Bombers, is that what their name is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, don't worry.
Man.
Come Sunday, we're going to play against the powerful Toronto Boatmen Argonauts, and that bomber plane's going to come flying over Saskatchewan. The Argos going to shove some boat propellers right up that freaking bomber's propeller. It's going to come crashing down over Loser Peg.
Oh, he broke his phone. Quickly before we let you go, Dave, I will start with you. Football aside, Winnipeg, Toronto, which is the better city?
Winnipeg is the better city. Everybody wants to come to Winnipeg. Everybody's coming to Winnipeg in the Canadian Football League. You see all the players want to come. They want to play at
I
IG
said
Field.
football aside, Dave. Dave, I said football aside, which is the better city?
Football aside? Winnipeg.
Okay.
You can go to the water, Lakeshore by Toronto, or you can hang out at Portage in Maine, where you'll probably get blown over how many miles and kilometers you go on. Forget about it. It's not even close. And enjoy the mosquitoes and Loser Peg.
Oh, damn. All right. Well, it's all going down on Sunday night in Regina.
Loser Peg, screw you! Here we go, Bombers. Here we go.
Grey Cup 109, Winnipeg, Toronto. Dave and Rory, thanks so much for joining us on the Roz Mocha Show.
Enjoy the game, folks.
Right
It'll be great for Toronto. Too bad for Winnipeg.
Here we go, Bombers. Here we go. 3-peat.
Last word. I love it.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Oh, man, one of my cats, the baby cat we have, she's in heat.
Uh-oh.
Bro, let me tell you, is not a good scene in my house.
So, as someone who does not have cats, did not grow up with cats,
And she's such a baby, and it seems so like
So how old?
appropriate. She's like just over 1, and it just seems so appropriate. Like,
okay. And so, what happens when a cat?
She's looking for boys, right?
Yeah.
And we have 2 boy cats, but like they're neutered, right?
Yeah.
And like so you look at her, and it's like an unmistakable look the first time, like a girl looks at boys like they're useless, right? Like that's how she's looking at these 2. And she just walks around like she twerks, right?
Oh, okay.
Like her head is up, her belly's on the floor, and her butt's in the air. Like she looks like a canoe when she stands, right?
She's like, come get it.
Right? Yes. Yes. And then she goes she cries at the back door looking for boys.
Oh, no.
Right?
We've all been there.
Right. I've been calling her milkshake all weekend. Right? Like it's so heartbreaking. And then you know what they tell you to do? They're just like introduce a catnip to her, right? So we have all these catnip toys. So the solution is to just get her high, right? So now she's horny and stoned, right? So she's
Not a good combo.
now she's rolling around on the floor with her butt in the air.
We've all been there.
Right? It's so, geez, Mark. It's
and just like the cat, still nothing, right?
Yeah, still nothing. Boys, right? Like it's just so heartbreaking, right? Like so heartbreaking.
How long does it last?
I don't know. Apparently, like a week or so, something
Oh, wow.
like that, right? It's like, but
And
it's,
then
it's
after that,
not-
like just the feeling goes away.
yeah, and then it'll come back again, right? Like they go through spells. They go through like horny spells, right?
But
Where
boy
all-
cats don't go through this.
No, but boy cats know what to do. Like she is so like first of all, the 2 boy cats, right? They have no urges whatsoever, right? They're just like they have no urges, and they
Just
look
like
at
the
her.
Dammits.
Yes. So I know I'm gonna rename my cats. They look at her like, what in the hell is the matter with you, right?
Yeah.
And then she just like starts rubbing up against
she make
them.
sounds?
Yeah, she starts rubbing up against them, and like they're looking at her like, I don't like you that way.
Yeah.
Right? Like they don't know what to do, and then they hit her in the face and they hiss at her because like, yo, you are inappropriate right now. We don't have this kind of friendship. And then she just sits in the hallway and cries alone just for boys. Like and then she goes.
We've all been there.
And then when she gets ignored, she just wanders all over the house looking for boys that maybe are hidden somewhere that she doesn't know about.
Like, hiding some boys up in his house.
Yes. It's like,
You get her a scratch thing?
Where are the boys? Right? So poor Birdie's really going through it right now, and she's so young and like.
Yeah.
But have you done them
my
at like what you said 1, but what's that in cat years?
I don't know, man. She's still
1.
She's still a baby.
No, but in cat years, it's like, is she 15 or 16?
I know, and she really could get pregnant right now, which to me seems like a complete violation because she is so young.
Yeah.
Like she's still a baby. She, like, it's just not good. I feel so terrible
And
for
up on
her.
MTV's Teen Moms.
Right? I know. Poor little milkshake. Like, can't bring any boys. Like, she got no boys.
Yeah.
And we keep looking at her.
Do you
we're
ever?
like,
Is she an outside cat at all?
no.
she
Oh,
can't go
my
outside.
God. Oh, she'd be
No.
pregnant already.
Yeah.
Right? She would just literally go stand on the back deck, put her ass in the air, and she'd be pregnant within seconds in my neighborhood. Like, there's cats everywhere, right? Like, somebody would just, like, come and take care of it for her, right? Like, some, like, neighborhood stud, whatever, right?
Sure.
Would just, like, show up and take care of it for her. And then
Be like, yo, sup?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Actually, no, they don't even do that. Like, you probably wouldn't even look at her in the face, right?
Oh,
and she
jeez.
probably wouldn't even turn around to see who it was.
Oh, geez.
Right?
It's like the Dammits.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
You need some Monday motivation.
Yes, please.
I got a tweet here from the great Ice-T
Oh, okay.
to read to y'all.
Yeah, go for it.
He says here, my homie was talking to me about his haters. He said, quote, I don't know why. I did nothing to them, end quote. I said, yes, you did. You did better.
Oh.
Diamond emoji.
Come on.
Come on.
Right? Come on now.
How's that not on a shirt?
That's a little wordy.
You're not into it.
You know,
You're not
so I'm
into
talking to his friend of mine who said, it's a little like,
Yes, you did. You did better. So if this were a shirt, right?
Yeah.
Would the front of the shirt say, I don't know why I did nothing? And then on the back, it would say,
No,
Yes, you did. You did better.
No, because if you only read the front, like if you're wearing a jacket, it just sounds like you're complaining, right? Like the punchline.
So everything has to be on the front of the shirt.
I think everything has to be on the front of the shirt, especially with something like that. Like it's too.
Or then not a shirt. Then not a shirt. How about a mug?
A mug.
No, that's again too many words.
Too many words.
You think about a mug, you can only fit like in order for it to be readable.
Yeah,
it's got to be like a max of maybe 3 words. Because you got to do big font.
Okay, the back of your car, like on the windshield.
Go for it, more. Go for it. First of all, you drive a Yaris, you'd get half of that.
I can fit more letters on my coffee mug that can go on the back of your Yaris.
I saw Yaris the other day, like the car Maury drives, right? Because Maury used to drive me to work every single day. And I saw a Yaris the other day when I was driving, and I was like, how in the hell did I ever get in that thing?
I think about that every day, too.
Yeah, I saw it. I'm like, it's a mini. Like, it's a miniature car.
It's like a clown car.
But once you're inside, it's very roomy.
Didn't you have to push the seat, the passenger seat, all the way to the back? Like to the back seat?
Yeah.
Do you even have a back seat in that car?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
and a trunk.
I put the seat all the way back. Like if I turned to my right in the passenger seat, right, and I looked at the window, I was looking at the back window. Right? Like that's how far back I had to put the seat.
You should have just taken the passenger seat out and just sit in the back seat.
I know. No, you know what I thought about doing one time was getting in the back seat and folding the front seat forward and stretch my legs out.
So much legroom.
Like it's a chaise. I thought that would have been kind of cool.
Wow, you've been the most comfortable ever.
Yeah, I thought about doing that for a while, but no, man, that car is small. I saw it the other day because you know where it was. It was I was pulling into a parking lot and I thought I found a spot. Right. And some jackass in a Yaris parked all the way up at the front. I almost rear-ended a car that was parked.
That's why I park it further back.
You should. That's smart, actually.
It's tricky. Those tiny, like a Yaris or like those smart cars.
Yes.
Or even a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Like if you park too far into a spot, if you're surrounded by cars, someone coming around the corner could actually cause damage.
And that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. To hit a car that is parked in a parking spot, that's embarrassing, right? Like there's no way around that. But you keep it closer to the back, eh, More?
Always further back.
Yeah, geez, that's so smart. See, I never would have thought of that. I never would have thought of that. But no, my God, Maury's car is
my favorite is when
tiny.
When Roz would get in the car after Matthew's been in it.
Yeah.
Because Matthew would put the seat all the way forward.
Oh, I'm all folded up. I'm all bent. Like
a piece of paper.
Oh, it doesn't work.
Anyway, cool car, bro.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello there.
Argos.
Right.
Well, I felt very alone on that cheer.
Yeah.
No lie, I didn't watch the game.
You didn't know? I was dipping in and out as much as I could.
I liked the halftime show. That was fun.
You did, huh?
I
was
Florida Georgia line.
I was hearing real mixed reaction from the halftime show. Like real mixed reaction about the halftime show.
Now, was it all of Florida Georgia line?
No, just the one guy.
No.
Just Tyler?
Yeah, that's it. Do you have
Why?
to pay
What
more
hap-
for both?
What happened to the rest of them?
I don't know.
The squad.
I don't know.
Well, they're not together anymore as Florida Georgia line.
Oh, they're not.
No.
What
They
happened?
broke up? I didn't even know this.
Why? What
I
happened?
I
What's
saw-
the drama?
They just wanted to go their separate ways.
Oh, tried to do the solo thing on their own?
But yet, Tyler, he still goes of Florida Georgia line.
Yeah,
Can you do that?
I know. That's
I want
tough.
to take y'all back to where it all started for me.
Oh, for me, not for us.
Yeah.
You song, you make me want to roll my windows down and cruise.
Because a lot of the criticism that I was hearing online was that it was just like a super mellow halftime show. And I was like, I don't think it was mellow. I think it just sounded like country.
It was fantastic. It was happy. It was great.
Sounds good for a halftime show.
You know what, though?
Yeah.
You know why?
What?
It's missing a voice.
Oh, shut up. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been amped up if it was the next guy there.
I know.
He's struggling.
I know. It sounds like it's just Florida.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you need that Georgia line.
You do.
Right?
Yeah.
Missing Nelly in that version.
Yes, you're right.
Look good on you, so good on down, we go, we ain't got.
It's crazy with that country voice. Like it's so affected.
Yeah.
Right? Like years and years ago, like somebody with an act, like somebody who like legitimately who had that accent,
like that twang in their
sang,
voice.
right? And then after that, everybody was like, "Oh, that's a sound we like." And then you get a bunch of guys that just talk normally, but they do that when they sing, right?
They do what? Stay in line.
They do what?
They do that.
You gotta stay in line.
Yeah, you do.
With the sound, right?
Yeah, man. I think it's not mellow. That was the big complaint, is that it was like super mellow show.
Now, were the people in Regina like really having fun with this?
That was one of the most upbeat crowds I've ever watched on TV.
Really?
Well, I mean, all those people in the front were paid, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, like those are all extras, just like the
those are the
Super
only
Bowl.
people I saw.
Yeah, they're all, that's like what they do at Super Bowl. Like those are all extras.
Well, they looked like they earned their money then.
Yeah, freezing out there in Regina. Jesus.
By the way, the other guy from Florida Georgia Line, let's name drop him, Brian Kelly.
Yeah,
Shout
what
out
does
to
he do?
Brian
Let's
Kelly.
name drop him. President of the fan club over here. Trying to keep his name alive.
Yeah, but the game was like super low key and like not really great.
Well, except for the last 45 seconds.
For the first half, and then the halftime show when Florida went up there and just like whipped everybody into a frenzy, slayed, right?
Yeah.
And then the second half was great.
Oh, that last 45 seconds of the game when they tied things up.
No,
oh
my God. Yeah, they got 2 block kicks. It was a good game, a really good football game. But no, it's a tough day for Winnipeg. Especially when you're going for 3, and then you start looking at the numbers where people are now like Argos don't lose in the Grey Cup because this is like their 7th time in a row in the Grey Cup where they've won. It's crazy, man.
They've also never lost to Winnipeg in a Grey Cup.
No, ever. I know. Like a whole bunch of bragging rights came out of it. Oh, God.
Big party Thursday.
Is that when it is?
Thursday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Yeah, they're doing a big thing. I saw that interview.
Yo, maybe they can get the other. Maybe they can get Georgia line to perform.
is
Brian Kelly?
Right? Yeah. What's his name? What's your boy's name?
Brian Kelly?
Yeah, he can prove to everyone that he's still got what it takes. Like my man's over here did the halftime show. Guess what?
Come on.
I'm gonna do the rally.
I'm gonna do the parade show.
Could you imagine they were both like secretly huge CFL fans or Argos fans, and they just decided to like outdo each. Oh my God, what a story that would be! So country.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Argos!
Winnipeg can only watch as the hopes of a three-peat fade away.
You could only watch.
What an extraordinary finish here at Mosaic Stadium. The dynasty is denied.
Oh, denied.
And one of the oldest trophies in Canada's history will go to one of its oldest franchises. The Toronto Argonauts have won the 2022 Grey Cup.
People in Winnipeg not feeling good today. 24-23 was the final score. Denied of the three-peat.
Against Toronto, too. That's what hurts the most, I
What
think.
a nail-biter end of that game.
I think that had it been like Hamilton or I don't know, man, but to lose against Toronto.
I think
for
because
Winnipeg,
everybody in the country collectively all hate Toronto.
Yeah, that's
right?
true. That's true.
Although people in Regina, where the game was being held, were kind of rooting for Toronto just because they didn't want Winnipeg to win.
Let's not lump the Maritimers in here, okay? Newfoundland loves Toronto.
But everywhere else.
Everywhere
west.
Everywhere west of Halifax hates Toronto.
And then north. And right across.
Let's not forget that. You're right.
Dammit Morey made some cold calls to the folks who were like in Regina at the game immediately following the Toronto Argonauts winning. And here's what happened. Here's what their reaction is.
You watched the Argos win the Grey Cup seconds ago. Talk to me about how that feels. Talk to me about what you're seeing right now.
It's awesome here. Holy crap. What a game. Most exciting game at Mosaic all year. Oh, it's so exciting. Toronto fans are jumping up and down, and lots of Rider fans who are cheering for him are very excited too. There was no three-peat.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, it was so exciting. It was everything could have, so many things went right and so many things went wrong near the end, but it all worked out in the end for for the Argos. I'm pretty pumped. This is so cool. It would be better if it was the Riders, but this is better. Beating Winnipeg is awesome. They can't come and win in our house. So thank you, Toronto. You know, it's such an exciting game. They always said is that because we don't really care about either team because we're cheering for the Riders. So we said as long as it's a good game and a close game, and it was right down to the wire. It was awesome. What a fun game to watch.
We want to thank all of Toronto for taking the Bombers out. That's wonderful as a Rider fan. We love to see that, and I have never seen a game like that. You know, that's one of the things that's why I came. I live north of Edmonton a little ways, and we came back to Regina, my hometown, to watch this because it is something to just say, I was at the first ever Grey Cup in Mosaic Stadium. Awful lot of blue and gold here. And they said there's an awful lot of people here wearing green that are cheering for the Argos. Fantastic. The atmosphere is great, and we love this new stadium down here.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Sorry, we're not hearing the 1, 2, 3.
Okay,
Can we count the 1, 2, 3 and do it?
You do the 1, 2, 3.
Yikes.
1, 2, 3.
There you go.
Unbelievable, man. This is like my 18th Grey Cup in a row.
Wow.
The 4th time I've seen the Argos in the Grey Cup, and the 4th time I've seen them win. And I'll tell you something, this is the most exciting Grey Cup I've seen ever.
What made it so exciting?
You know what? It was the Rider fans, unbelievable. They're supporting the Argos. You know what? The city did a great job, and the game was like absolutely fantastic.
Oh, this is my first ever Grey Cup, and I'm having the greatest time. Oh, man, I've been to, like, Grey Cup parties before, but never come to the game. And it's, like, so much better being here to watch someone win.
Yes.
Yes.
Celebration will continue, y'all.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Tear it up.
What's up?
What's up? Still got a cat in heat at home?
Uh-oh.
You know how that is?
Yeah.
Everything's all good. A boy came to the door last night.
Oh, looking.
Yup.
Yeah.
They can smell it.
Knocking on the door.
Yes.
What's the kitty's name again?
Birdie.
What's up? Is Birdie home?
Yeah, that's what she's doing. Oh my God, she's in the basement just walking around being like, where are the boys?
Oh, no.
Bro, it is it's so sad. But yeah, a boy came to the door because we opened the window a little bit and they can smell it.
Oh, no.
They know what's going on.
So what happened?
Yes.
So Birdie is how old again?
Like a little bit less than a year, I think, something like that.
So
yeah.
when male cats get that way.
Right.
Feel that way at a certain age.
Yes.
Do they do thing like I don't know? The reason why I ask is like, does Deepa have anything to be aware of? Because she has a
Is he
male
fixed? Is your cat fixed?
He's fixed.
He's fixed now. Yeah. Ours is gonna be. We have an appointment for Birdie soon, but you got to wait till she's out of heat, right?
But do male cats show like the same? They do.
Yeah, before we got him fixed, he would hump me.
Yeah.
Like, he would wait for my husband to leave.
Yes.
And then he just kind of saunter in the room, plant himself on me, and just start, humping. And then I was like, all right, we got to fix this problem.
See, our year and a bit old Australian Shepherd.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Is he humpy? Bro, is he?
Like... It's crazy.
Really, you were going to say it's nuts. I knew you were.
I know. Yeah, you're right. I almost, you're like so humpy to the point of where like you don't want to bend down and put a shoe on.
Like he looks like he's dancing at carnival.
Really?
Yeah, walking around the house.
Really?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Can you record this and send
Just
us a video?
super humpy.
Oh, my goodness.
Does he go after you more or your wife more?
No, goes after the other dog, the older one.
Oh,
Tig.
no.
Yeah,
really?
Goes after the 10-year-old.
Come on. That's so rude.
No.
That's
so what happened?
rude.
So back to your cat, Birdie.
It's so sad. She's just like she's so.
No, but what happened with the male cat that was outside?
No, he just hung around for a little bit, and then she went on the chair and started rolling around, looking pretty. And
like I got all this.
Like, yeah, look at this, and putting her bum in the air and swishing it back and forth, twerking, right?
Yeah.
She went to the window and twerked, and he was like, "What's up, girl?
Yeah,
let me in." And then when we didn't, and then she got all upset, and then the other cats are looking at her like, "Birdie, you've changed."
Oh no!
And then she's like, "No, we're still friends," and they're like, "We don't like you in that way." And it's just, it's sad. But we opened the window a little tiny bit, and the cats in the neighborhood could smell it.
What do they smell, though?
Like her.
Oh, wow. We're getting some texts here. 925-555, by the way.
Yeah.
Male cats spray when they're in heat.
Oh,
yes, that's
true.
right.
Yes.
Oh.
It's disgusting.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Somebody said, OMG, guys, I just dropped my kitten off to get spayed so I don't have to deal with the sounds of her in heat and attracting cats.
Don't get me
LOL.
wrong. She's very loving, right? Like she's never been more loving towards me than she has been since she's been in heat. Like she loves, comes and sleeps beside me, everything else. But then as soon as she wakes up, she's like, boy, where are the boys?
And then followed up with, it's like dropping your kid off at daycare for the first time, followed by a bunch of crying emojis.
Yeah, it is. It's tough when you got to drop a cat off to get to. And when you get a girl cat or girl dog, it's a big surgery. Like with boys, they just like, whatever, bye-bye nuts. And then they're like, the scab will fall off at home. Just don't let him eat it.
Ugh.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, and I kept one of my cats nut scabs.
Why?
And I left it in the dish because I needed to prove to Catherine that it fell off while she was away. Because if I said that it didn't fall off when she was out for the day, then she would have come home and like start looking around to see how it's healing. And I wanted to prove to her that the scab fell off, right? And then, but I put it in a dish on the counter.
In a dish? Not like a paper towel or something?
No, I put it in a dish. Yeah, I put it in a dish, and then he went in the dish and was like, "Yo, what's that? That looks like me."
Yeah,
right.
That looks familiar.
Yeah, and it was his former like nutsack, I guess, right? And then he took it off, and I came in the room, and he was playing with it on the floor.
Okay.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Has anything that you really loved been discontinued? Because this happens to me all the freaking time.
My
man.
marriage.
Oh, Shem!
I'm just going to get to that.
Wow. Yourself.
Yeah.
I would say,
Like-
my favorite tea.
Yeah, like your favorite tea, or like years ago, Hostess Chips used to make smoky bacon, and then one day they were just gone, and I just assumed that they caused cancer and that the company just wanted to sweep it all under the rug.
Sure.
Right? Favorite hair products I've used in the past have just been vanished, disappeared
Like Revlon
off
Outrageous.
out of the face of the earth. My favorite Walmart flip-flops I couldn't buy this year. Every day, okay, every single day after this show, I would go to the grocery store and I would buy and eat an entire bag of Duke Smoke Shorties.
Duke's Smoke
What is that?
Shorties?
Yeah.
Was that discontinued in the 40s?
Okay. Duke Smoke Shorties.
I've literally
Okay.
never heard of this.
These are like little, they're little sticks of meat.
Oh,
Okay.
sounds like a club that Maury would go to back in the day. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah.
Duke's?
Yeah. Maybe I'm not the first
What is
person to
it?
be denied
Smoked?
Duke Smoke Shorty.
Oh, what flavor would you get?
Hot and spicy. So Duke
But
Smoke
how do you know
Shorties.
that they are discontinued?
You just wait. Duke Smoke Shorties, okay, were the top of the food chain, far superior to any other meat stick I've ever had in my life. I'm not lying when I say I ate a bag a day. I ate like a bag a day. Duke Smoke Shorties. They were the greatest thing in the world. And then all of a sudden they started to disappear from everywhere.
Okay.
And I started to panic. So I hoarded.
Like how much?
5 bags.
Okay.
That's all I could find. I hoarded 5 bags and I
Okay.
ate them all in 3 days.
Oh, come on.
This was
in 3 days?
Yes,
you can't
sir.
be trusted,
No,
man.
I cannot.
You just proved to us
No.
you can't be
and
trusted.
this was weeks ago. I haven't had the taste of a Duke's in my mouth in like forever.
Okay, that just didn't sound right.
That sounded perfect.
In forever. Okay. And so I found them on Instagram and I wrote them. And I was like very reasonable. And I was like, hey man, big fan of your shorty. Right?
What's up, shorty?
Right.
I love your meat sticks.
Yeah. I'm like huge fan of your shorty. Right.
Yep.
Shut up.
Even Maury's never heard that line.
Children. I'm a big fan of your shorty, right?
Yeah.
And I'm disappointed, and I just want to let you know that I looked everywhere up here in Canada, and I can't find them anywhere. And then literally, I just got a message back.
Oh,
from
you
them.
did?
I did.
Oh, what'd they say?
Hi, Roz. Thanks for reaching out. We're sorry, but it looks like our Duke Smoke Shorties have been discontinued in Canada. We apologize for any inconvenience. Thanks for being a fan.
But dude, I see it right now on the Walmart.ca website, the teriyaki one.
Okay. And I'm telling you right now, the hot and spicy Duke Shorties are not available. They're not available anywhere.
So what are you going to do?
I don't know. What do you do? Like like when your favorite thing is discontinued.
Bro, I know why it was discontinued.
Why?
Look at all this sodium, 320.
Don't do that.
Yo, it's good. Your heart is going to thank you.
No.
Yes.
Don't do that.
I'm looking at the nutritional facts.
Why would you ruin?
You don't need this in your life.
I need it in my life.
No, you don't, Roz.
No. You don't know. You don't know. Too many times in my life has my favorite thing been discontinued. Too many times has my favorite thing been discontinued. And it feels like, you know how many meat sticks I've tried since then?
How many?
Like a dozen.
Would you spend $7 on a pack from Amazon?
No.
I can get you one right now for $7 on Amazon.
Maury, I can do a lot of things in my life. I'm not ordering meat on Amazon. Right? But have you never had something that you love truly just disappear off the face of the earth?
My
Shem's
favorite
marriage?
tea, my favorite tea, and I have a container of it still from 6 years ago. I won't use it because if I do, it's gone.
Oh, so what's the point then?
So, what is
it's
it?
Stale. It's from David's Tea,
Yeah.
Mulberry Magic.
Yeah.
And I just can't bring myself to finish the can
Isn't that
I
the name
have
of a
because
club
then it's
you went to
gone.
back in the day as well?
Mulberry Magic.
Yeah, Maury. That's what happened. Maury would go to Mulberry Magic, and I'd go to Duke's Smoke Shorty, and then we'd
meet up later.
We'd meet up later, right? What a time to be alive. But I don't know what to do at this point, right? Everything I love goes away.
Hold on, but you reached
everything
out.
I love goes away.
You reached out to them, right?
I did.
And then they said, hey.
They said yes.
Like discontinued. After you said to them,
yes.
You're my favorite meat.
Yes. Yes.
How is it that they
didn't
say to you,
I know.
Let's work something out?
Nothing. Yes.
You
Nothing.
can order directly from us.
Nothing.
I think it's your mission to find a new favorite meat.
Right? Or thank you for being a fan. Here's a free box.
I would be a Duke's Shorty spokesperson if they asked me to. That's how much I believe in this product. I really, truly believe in this product. It was the greatest meat I've ever had.
Do you have a backup meat?
No, I don't. I've tried all the meats. None of them. I was just going to, okay. Shut up, all of you, okay?
Okay, go.
All of you, I need your word that you're all going to shut up.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay?
Yeah.
Maureen, all of you, I need you to shut up. Okay? The problem when I experiment with other meat is not necessarily the taste, it's the way it feels.
Wow.
Okay.
Smooth, cool as shorty.
There's a consistency that they have mastered. And when it's in your mouth, some of the other ones smush around too much.
This one's
They're
hard?
not, yes. It's not, but it's not overly hard. Deepa. What did I say? I said shut up.
Sorry,
You promised.
sorry. You need to ask questions
You
in these
promised
situations.
me. But what do you do when your favorite thing is discontinued? Because I'm at a loss right now. Like I'm at a real loss right now.
I think your heart is going to thank you. Also,
don't speak on behalf of my heart.
Thank you for saying what you said, because now, forever in the archives,
Yes.
we will have this.
The problem when I experiment with other meat is not necessarily the taste, it's the way it feels.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So Roz real sad today, but the people who listen to this show are coming out to support.
Thank you.
And offer their help, Roz.
So I was saying, what happens when your favorite thing is discontinued? Because every single day I would destroy a bag of Duke Smoke Shorties, which were these little tiny, like dehydrated, spicy sausages.
Full of sodium, by the way.
Full of sodium. I was doing incredible.
I mean, it's not.
And then
the amount of sodium. My point is the amount of sodium.
It's not good?
It's not good.
Oh,
No.
I thought you were saying, and all the sodium.
No, sir.
Oh.
Nobody gets excited for sodium.
Oh, why not? Tastes delicious.
Not this much.
Okay. So anyway, and then they just up and discontinued them, and they were my favorite thing. And I wrote them on Instagram, and I was like, "Yo, your shorties are gone." And they were like, yes, they've been discontinued in Canada. And I was crushed, heartbroken. Yeah.
Didn't even say, hey.
Nothing.
We'll send you a box.
Nothing.
For being such a big fan.
Nothing. And I've tried all the other meats. All the other meat sticks available.
Mm-hmm.
I spent a lot of money just experimenting with meat. Shut up.
How much exactly?
I'm hurting right now, Deepa.
I'm sorry.
How much exactly?
Sorry.
How much? Well, they're like $5 a bag, right? And I've gone through like enough bags.
Your toilet's gone through enough.
Shut up.
You need a new toilet.
But what do you do when your favorite thing just disappears?
Someone said peanut butter sauce at Baskin-Robbins. Gone all of a sudden. So sad.
Thank you.
Somebody else said chocolate chip peanut butter cookies from Tim Hortons.
Gone.
All gone.
Gone.
Let's see. Please tell Roz I'm going to Florida for Christmas, and I will look for Duke's smoked shorties for him.
Thank you. The spicy ones, please.
I said there's $7 on Amazon.
Maury, listen, I'm not buying meat on Amazon. I don't trust that.
So funny you say that, because we got a bunch of texts from people saying, well, he won't buy meat from Amazon, but would you buy meat from Staples?
Okay. Hold on now.
At Staples, and I looked on their website, they have
Talk to me.
Duke's smoked shorty sausages.
Okay, now.
Hot and spicy.
Thank you.
Hickory peach barbecue.
No, thank you.
Teriyaki. Or the original smoked.
Okay. And did you see the picture of Duke? Look at the bag right now, Duke. Like, that's a man. You know? Like a lot, you know what I'm saying?
That's Duke.
Right? That's Duke. Like, I don't know. I had so much
Did you
faith in
write
the-
Duke?
No, listen, man. I don't know. I
You wrote the company. What about Duke?
I don't know, Maury.
Somebody said this conversation without context is amazing.
No. Listen, most things without context is amazing. But you need context here to understand the pain I'm in.
Another text. So,
yeah.
Roz misses eating a bag of Dukes, eh?
Yeah, I do. Thank you. Okay. No need to make it weird. Right? I'm hurting right now, and all people can do is goof on me. I'm hurting right now.
If it makes you feel any better, someone else said my favorite queso dip from Costco was discontinued in Canada. Only sold in the States. I reached out to the company, and they couldn't even offer to ship me some.
Right? And they won't. And they won't. That's the problem. But I don't know what happened. All I know is that too many times in my life, my favorite thing has been discontinued. And I always think the worst. Like I said, I always think it's because it causes cancer or something like that, and they're just trying to sweep it under the rug.
Oh, someone said, why don't you go to a bunch of gas stations, drive around?
Okay, first of all, I'm not the guy that goes like driving around to gas stations.
Why not?
Trolling for, what do you mean why not? First of all, there's no place to park.
You're desperate for Dukes right now.
Yeah, I'm very desperate for Dukes.
A bunch of people said, listen, why don't you just drive across the border?
Yeah. Drive across the border?
Go to Walmart and Target and load up on Dukes.
I got to go to the United States of America.
Correct.
No, I'm not. I mean, am I?
If you want me,
I'm that kind of guy. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. You're right. You're right.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Deepa is upset today.
Oh, what the hell happened? What's going on? What'd you do?
What did I do?
Upset today.
Uh-oh. What? Deepa doesn't even know why she's upset.
I don't know why.
Why are you upset, Deepa?
Oh, you got over it already.
What happened?
What
are you so
happened?
upset?
This happened yesterday.
For his 15th victory in his second championship winning season, Max Verstappen wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. 15 wins in a season. That is the new benchmark for the rest to challenge.
So the F1 season wrapped up in Abu Dhabi yesterday. 22 races for the season. Out of all 22, Max Verstappen won 15.
Wow.
Just dominated.
Wow. You don't seem happy for him, Deepa.
No, he's a fantastic driver. It was a well-deserved win.
So
However,
Lewis Hamilton won all the rest, though, right?
No.
Oh.
Unfortunately, he didn't have any wins this season.
In the race yesterday in Abu Dhabi, right? Yeah. Lewis Hamilton, Deepa's boyfriend.
Oh, God, stop it.
I think he started in 5th position.
Yeah.
And throughout the entire race, maintained either 5th or 6th.
Okay.
And then it was in the very final 2 laps of the race. Final 2 laps, bro. Hydraulics problems. and had to pit the car out of the race.
Out of the DNF?
Yeah, DNF didn't finish.
Right.
It was
DNF.
Last race of the season.
Yeah, it was pretty sad. I'm not,
Lewis, fifth place Hamilton.
Yeah.
That's what they call him in the streets.
No,
by
that's
the way.
not what they call him in the
Lewis,
streets.
fifth place Hamilton, out of the race.
They call him 7-time world champ on the streets.
All right.
And only black driver ever in Formula One. That's what they call him.
Okay, sure.
Not this season. Not this season.
Not this season.
Not this
Oh,
season.
come on,
Opinions
Mocha.
change, you know what I'm saying?
Why are you guys so salty about Lewis Hamilton? Like, what has
Because it
he done
upsets
to you?
Because it upsets you. Like, how do you not know this? Like, you think that we care about F1? No. But we talk about F1. We talk about F1 because you care so much, and it's enjoyable to watch you,
hold on a second.
get bent.
Is part of the reason why you think he got bad luck, Lewis Hamilton, right? AKA fifth place.
Oh, my God.
Is it because on Saturday during the qualifying, they have this thing, right, where during qualifying, you're not supposed to pass at a certain level, right? And the person who's ahead, it's like this unwritten rule, camaraderie amongst drivers.
Right.
And then Lewis Hamilton was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Watch this. Eat my dust.
Okay.
And then he blazes out of there and takes off.
Yeah, so?
And Max Verstappen was just like, no.
Not today, Cinco. Not today, Cinco.
You get anything for fifth place?
No, nothing.
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 Lots of money. You make a lot of money. for
Sure,
fifth
yeah,
place.
yeah, and you do. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Like, you're earning a living, right? But
Mhm.
that's dirty money. Let's all
No,
call
no,
it
no.
what it is.
Watch all
right?
you next year when season starts again and Mercedes back at the top. I can't wait to rub it in your
I
faces.
can't wait.
Oh my
I
God.
can't wait.
We got this time, because this upcoming season, we got 24 races.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We got
Yes.
24 races, and they have until March 5th, because that's when the first race is for the new season.
Okay,
March 5th.
24 races, just because we know how obsessed people are with this show and this podcast,
Yeah.
okay? And they know everything, and they go back and they make notes. Deepa, call it right now. How many wins at a 24 next year for Lewis Hamilton?
Oof. I'm going to say 17 wins for Lewis Hamilton.
No way!
Okay.
Why are you asking my opinion and not going with it?
Can I give a prediction?
Hold on.
As
so
a massive F1 fan as
Deepa
well.
is saying 17 wins for Lewis Hamilton. Okay.
Can I call it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I give my prediction?
Yes.
As a huge F1 fan.
Yes.
Okay,
Right?
what?
Yeah.
I've been following it for years.
Yeah.
Shut up, Mocha.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Lewis Hamilton in the 2023 season
Yeah.
will win a total of 3 races.
Okay. Oh my
And I think Max Verstappen is actually going to win 17 races next season.
Now, me with all my knowledge,
Yes.
I'm going to say that
Huge fan, by the way, huge fan.
that Cinco Hamilton wins 0 races next season.
Okay, no, not going to happen.
I'm going to say he wins 0 races
No.
next season.
King is coming back on top next season, guys.
Oh, excuse
Positive vibes only. I don't
Listen.
accept this.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
Update.
Sarah, hello. Welcome back to the Roz and Mocha Show. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. So we talked to Sarah back in 2019. And at the time, you were 32 years old, and you had said it was only 2.5 years prior to us talking to you in 2019 that you came out to yourself. And only a select few people in your life knew. The 2 people who you really wanted to know the information were your folks. And you had come to us asking for advice on how to have that conversation to come out to your parents, right?
Correct.
And I believe at the time you had said that, was it your uncle, like your dad's brother was gay and your dad didn't know, but you knew. And then we were saying, just tell your dad it's his genes, which was great advice, by the way. But I think that we had said that, the problem that I think a lot of people have is when they do it in a way of where they leave the door open where it's perceived as being a phase, right? Like I think with something like this, like you have to be definitive when you do tell people that you think may be reacting in a way that isn't great. So what did you wind up doing? Did you wind up telling your folks? How did you come out? I think this will help a lot of people.
Yeah, I did. So 2 things. One, my dad did know that his brother was gay.
Oh, he
but
did. Okay.
I wasn't supposed to know.
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha,
So that was
gotcha.
the thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So first, before I go into it, I do want to acknowledge that I am so lucky to be in a safe and supportive environment, and I realize that not everyone is in that situation. So I want to acknowledge that up front. I did tell my parents, but not until this past spring.
Oh, wow.
So, so it was a bit of time after. So
it's like 3 years after you talked to us.
I know. So after our call, I just realized I was just terrified of being vulnerable and not knowing how to approach the topic without being awkward. Like it was just my own issue. So my solution to that was to wait until I was in a relationship and then use that as a casual way of mentioning that I am gay.
Okay.
But that actually never happened. So instead, about a year ago, almost to the day, my dad was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer.
Oh my God, girl.
So in the first few months, we were told, that he would have years by managing it with chemo and all that. So I actually didn't think about them not knowing much during that time. But in March this past spring, it suddenly hit me that I needed them to know, because I was given this gift to spend very focused, meaningful time specifically with my dad. And if I didn't have the courage to tell him specifically, knowing his prognosis, I would regret it for the rest of my life. Absolutely. So I actually did take your advice, and I was blunt about it, just like you told me to do. And it was like ripping off a Band-Aid. So we were playing Wordle one evening in March. My dad,
good for you.
My dad's like figuring out like the word to guess next. And I'm saying that like, okay, just say it. Sarah, just say it. Just do it. So I just blurted it out. I just said, I don't want to make a big deal about it, but just so you know, I am gay. And my mom was reading a book. She looked up at me and she's like, all right, and kept reading her book. She just.
Moms are awesome.
I know, which is actually why they didn't tell me my uncle was gay, because they didn't think it was a big deal. So my dad just looked at me and he was holding back tears of happiness and pride.
Girl.
And he was so touched that I told him, and beyond happy for me. And he was so visibly moved, and it was the most special thing. So this whole experience, I mean, life is so fragile. And 2 weeks after I told my parents, my dad actually suffered a stroke and lost all of his ability to move and communicate.
Oh
and
my God,
away.
Sarah.
And he passed away.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Girl.
Yeah. And he passed away 2 weeks after that.
Girl, so sorry.
Thank you. Yeah. Roz, I actually messaged you on Instagram the night before he passed away, and then the night before his memorial service in June, and you gave me some good words of wisdom.
That was you?
So that's me, yeah.
Oh, my God. You know, I thought about you so much.
Really?
Yeah, I really
don't
did.
Make me cry on the radio.
No, I'll tell you the one thing that I have, and I didn't talk about this because people have been extremely open with me. I spent, before the book came out, because people sort of knew what was in the book, and then when the book came out, I have had so many people choose to share with me their final moments with a parent.
Oh my God.
I have had so many people, where I'm up and, watching a movie and I check my phone and it's midnight. And I've had so many people being like, I'm at the hospital with my mom and this is it. And we're all saying goodbye. And I just wanted
Oh
you
my
to,
God,
to,
dude,
to,
how
to
emotional
know.
is that?
Like, and I mean a lot. Like, I
Mhm.
mean a lot. And the amount of people that have sort of like opened up in that way to me, I can't thank them enough. And I really did. I thought about you a lot. What you said and meant a lot to me. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. And after reading your book, I mean, your advice is like so crystal clear now. So that was an honor to get that window into your life. But the message I want to share about this is that like the first thing that I thought of when my mom called me to tell me that my dad was going to the hospital, the first thing I thought of was I was so glad I told him because life is so fragile and you never know what's going to happen. Like I had this prognosis with my dad, and even when I thought I knew our timeline, you still have no idea. So don't wait to tell someone that you love them. Don't put off spending time with someone you love, because in the end, it's people and relationships that matter, and everything else is secondary. So I just want to put that message out there, and, it just kind of refocused everything on what's important in my life. So,
Sarah, thank you for sharing your story with us. And with the Roz Mocha family listening right now, sorry
Absolutely.
that you and your family went through what you went through. But
Thank
it
you.
sounds like, just based on this conversation, like you're doing okay. And
Yeah.
I can hear the relief in your voice now.
I didn't realize how much having that part of me a secret was weighing on me.
Yeah.
So if you're in a safe environment and you feel comfortable, just go for it. And it's so much better afterwards.
And you got a girlfriend? You used to help you hook you up?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yes, help me. Help me.
Oh, okay.
That is a completely different segment.
New FML. I'm a first date, that kind of thing. So, yeah. Could you help?
You're beautiful, Sarah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
I wore socks the first time.
Oh, did it feel weird?
Yeah, I hate it.
First time since last winter.
Yesterday was the first time. Yesterday was
But
the
since
first time.
last winter.
Yeah.
Did it hurt you to put the socks on?
No, you know what I realized? I have very sensitive toes, right? And so
I get it.
I wore, yesterday I went full on and I wore like wool socks, right? That I got. They're very like soft and everything else.
Woolly.
But I have to wear them inside out.
Why?
Because you know the seam on the toe on the inside? I can't have that rubbing.
Why?
When it rubs, it drives me crazy.
Get underneath your toenail?
No, it's on top. So imagine where your toe is, right?
Yeah.
It's at the very, very base of the nail, like almost where I guess like your toe cuticle would be. It rubs there. And when
So it
it
just feels
rubs,
uncomfortable.
yeah, because when I'm like moving around and it rubs, I can just like it's all I think about, right? And it just drives me crazy.
So
And
inside
then-
out socks, huh?
Yeah, and then so I got to work yesterday and I took my shoes off and my socks and I turned my socks inside out and then I put them back on and put my shoes on and came up to work. That's just my sensitive toes, though.
Can't hear you, Maury.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on. Still can't hear you.
maybe it's something. Maybe it's you.
Your microphone's not on.
Hello?
Yeah.
I didn't turn
See,
my mic
there's a
Jesus,
button there
man.
that says ON, right?
You've been doing this, dude.
It says
How long have you been
ON.
doing
When you
this?
press the button, that means on, right? So when you press the button and it lights up,
Like
that means your microphone is on.
Jesus.
I was going to say, isn't it? You'd wonder why they put the seam there.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know.
Because you could put the seam anywhere.
I know, and it makes I don't know, it makes no sense. But I realize that I'm like I guess the older I get, the more sensitive things on my body. Like I would have thought that the older you got, the more numb you got, right? But I find that like there's parts of my body now that are like super sensitive.
Yeah, but if you wore socks all the time, you would be used to that seam.
Thanks for interrupting, Maury. I really appreciate it because I was about to go through the list of all the other things that were sensitive, but now we can keep talking about socks.
No, forget it.
Oh, damn it.
No, actually,
go
I'd like
ahead.
to hear
Hold
about
on.
all the other
things
sensitive.
that are sensitive. No, hold on.
Yeah.
Sensitive in general or just sensitive when you rub it?
Oh, gee. Okay. Well, that's list A and list B. Okay. So sensitive, normal.
Yeah.
Right. I would say my back has gotten far more sensitive.
Yeah.
Sensitive when you rub it.
Yeah. You can just give us one.
Okay. I would say that my head is more sensitive when you rub it.
Like in a good way?
In a very good way. Yeah.
Relaxing.
Like I'm far more sensitive in the head than I've ever been before.
You know, for Christmas, I'm going to catch you. You know those head scratchers?
I have one. The spider?
The one with the, with the
I
wires?
love it.
Oh, really?
Are you
Yeah,
kidding?
one of
And you know
those.
what else? I've tried that thing on other parts of the body and you think it's going to work and it doesn't.
Like where?
On
Like
your
you
knee.
Have you tried it on your stomach? On your belly?
Yeah, I've tried it on my belly.
No?
No, it doesn't work.
What about your butt?
No, on my butt? What part of my butt?
The cheeks.
No, because one of those little prongs is going to go for a journey.
Ain't nobody want to see that.
No, my butt's not sensitive. My butt's not sensitive at all. But my back though, like, oh my God, like it's crazy. Like I can barely wear a backpack now.
What?
Yeah, like I feel it. I feel it more. I really do. And I know this sounds crazy to you.
You need to start lifting.
Right? Lifting?
Yeah.
I don't mean it's too heavy for me, dingbat. I mean that the rubbing, when I walk and it goes back and forth and it rubs, it's like I feel it differently than I used to.
That's what she said.
Yeah, shut up, man. You guys are jerks.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Man, oh man, Antonio Brown really does hate Tom Brady.
Oh no, what happened now?
The two of them used to play together on the New England Patriots and also Tampa Bay.
The last time that they had beef was it last week where he released their Snapchat conversations?
Yeah, Tom Brady.
Not nudes, by the way. I was disappointed.
But Tom Brady called his former teammate, because Antonio Brown does not play football anymore, left the Buccaneers.
And Tom Brady dressed him down the last time.
Called him a young, immature man that is selfish, self-serving, irrational, and irresponsible.
Oof,
right?
Jeez.
So, for some reason, Antonio Brown still, to this day, loves Snapchat, right? Yeah. So, all this new stuff that I'm going to tell you about was shared on Snapchat.
Was it really? Yeah. Okay.
So, he's still going in on Tom Brady.
Right.
But by posting pictures of Gisele Bündchen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Like the man's ex-father of his kids.
Come on now.
Right? So Antonio Brown the other day posted and then deleted.
Yeah.
But obviously everyone screen grabbed it and posted it on Twitter.
Sure.
Which is how this story got out. A picture of like a nude model, but blacked out like the breasts and Photoshop Gisele's face on the model's head,
that's rude.
Right? Posted that.
Yeah, that's rude.
And then over on IG, posted a picture of like after they won the Super Bowl and Gisele like going up to Antonio Brown, congratulating him, giving him a hug.
Yeah.
Right? Just the two of them posted that. And then there's another picture where Antonio Brown photoshopped his own face on top of Tom Brady's face.
Right.
With Gisele like, and her arms wrapped around him.
Oh. What's he trying to say?
Like, he's just like trying to get the attention of Tom Brady,
just
like going in.
Is he trolling or is he?
Massive troll job.
No, I mean, you're saying something. When you're pissed enough at a guy, right? And then
who's going through a divorce.
Yeah, and then you start photoshopping like yourself on him when he's with his wife who's divorcing him, right? Like, I don't know, man.
Is it to throw him off? Like, I don't know how
Is he secretly telling us something?
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, what's he trying to say?
Were they together, and that's why these guys are getting a divorce?
Yeah,
I don't
just going to throw that out there.
Or is he saying that like she wants me?
Yeah, I think he's just trolling hard.
I don't know.
A, to throw him off for the season, and B, to throw him off just from life in general because he's going through the divorce.
I think it's past news, because if he wants her, this isn't how you get her.
No, this isn't how you.
Can you imagine having that much hate for another person?
Like, no, I can't. I can't imagine, first of all, going through the trouble of
using Snapchat.
First of all, using Snapchat. I have Snapchat on my phone. I've never once snapped. I've never used it. I've never done anything like that.
I have Snapchat. I just use it for the fun, the filters with my kids.
Thank you. That's why I got Snapchat, right? Is when you have a little kid, you get Snapchats just for the filters. But I look at Snapchat, and Snapchat, first of all, works in reverse. Like how you get back to the home screen is the reverse way of every other app known to man. Like everything on Snapchat is the reverse way of doing things. And I look at it and I literally don't know how to do anything on Snapchat.
You know
like
who
I
you
don't
should ask?
know.
Antonio Brown.
Yes.
That guy loves Snapchat.
Because I would love to.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, did you watch Spirited yet?
No.
No?
We're going to watch it this weekend. That is Will Ferrell, Ryan Reynolds, new Christmas movie on Apple TV.
Yes. It's very difficult to make a classic, right? Like it is. This feels like a classic when you watch it.
Really?
Yeah. The only problem is it's a little long.
Yeah, 2 hours and 2 minutes.
It is, yeah. Those movies should not be 2. But you remember the first time, like when you watched Elf, you were like, this is a classic. Like it's an instant classic. I sort of got that feeling.
This is one of those where you know it's going to be on every single year?
I will
in the
most
house?
likely watch it every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there are those staples. You mentioned Elf. We just watched Elf the other day.
It's so
with
so
Cruz,
good.
who loved it.
But it's
right?
it's a musical.
Yeah, which I'm down with.
But the way that they shot
I hate
it,
musicals.
so do I. But the way that it's shot is all the musical numbers look like stage productions.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Similar to Schmigadoon, also on Apple?
No. Like when the musical numbers in Spirited happen.
Yeah.
It looks like the way it's shot and the way it's choreographed, like it turns into visually when you're watching it on screen, looks like the way you would watch it if you were sitting in an audience at a theater.
Like Chicago.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
sure. Or any other musical.
Any other musical.
No, I meant the movie Chicago.
Oh, I didn't see the movie Chicago.
Really? I'm in it.
No. Jesus. So Spirited.
Are you in Spirited as
Are you
well?
in Spirited?
No, I'm not.
No,
Go
you're
ahead.
not. So it is, it's awesome. Little long.
Yeah.
Like little long, but it's awesome. It's like Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds together because it's basically like it's Scrooge, right?
Sure.
Or Scrooged, or A Christmas Carol, I guess is the original. But it's funny as
Yeah, we're going to watch
hell.
it. So we were going to watch it on Saturday.
Yeah.
But by the time we sat down, it was like 9:30. It's
too late.
Right? And then pulled it up on Apple TV.
Yeah.
And then Jenna was like, how long? She's like, I'm pretty tired.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
So watch what you want. Like, I would like to watch something too, I want to watch this movie. How long? And I looked at it, it said like 2 hours and 2 minutes. She's like, I am not lasting through this movie.
No.
So we put something else on. We watched like a TV show or something.
Yeah.
But that we're going to watch this
There's
weekend.
several Christmas movies to watch this year. There's Spirited. There's the new A Christmas Story, which is apparently really good as well.
I watched that one too. The sequel to A Christmas Story.
Bro.
Yeah.
I heard so many negative reviews on this movie.
Really?
I met a guy that said it was amazing.
Yeah, I loved it.
A guy.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were like all these, I heard like from like Hollywood,
Yeah.
right? Like film critics
Really?
who were ripping this movie apart.
Yeah, well, because it's okay. A Christmas Story is a classic, right? Like it is hands down one of my favorite Christmas movies, and the story is iconic. Like everything about that movie is classic. What makes this great is all those sort of actors that were from A Christmas Story, like none of them really went on to become famous. But they got them all back for this.
Wow, because they weren't doing that.
Right? But I'm just like, I don't know what they do for a living. Like, I don't even know if these guys are actors anymore.
Sure,
But
sure.
they're all back for this, right? And it
Their
does.
schedule was open to film.
That's what, but if you like, because I'm a big fan of nostalgia, right? And so that part of it is kind of cool, but it's a fine movie. There's nothing wrong
I like how
with
they address. I haven't watched it. I like how I heard they addressed the leg lamp.
Yeah, like it's fine. Like it's fine. It's fine. It's good. It's good. Don't hate on A Christmas Story Christmas because that's what it's called. It's fine. Is it A Christmas Story? No.
Realistically.
No. But is it going to anger you? No.
Like, I'm probably not going to watch it.
You're not going to watch it?
I'll watch Spirited.
But do you watch A Christmas Story annually anyway?
Never seen it.
Never seen it. Oh, yeah.
See,
Well, there you go.
I absolutely will. I'm waiting to watch it with my dad.
Yeah, it's great. It's Christmas Story is amazing, and A
Yeah.
Christmas Story Christmas is fine. It's not going to ruin Christmas. Okay.
By the way,
yes,
they're doing a Love Actually 20th anniversary.
Oh God, here we go. Okay, we cannot talk about anything Christmas without Maury bringing up Love Actually. When
Okay.
is this happening? More? What are the details?
It's next week on ABC.
There we go. Thank you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
You see this patent that Disney filed for a new roller coaster?
No.
This is scary, man.
I don't think this is real.
You don't?
No.
So apparently Disney filed a patent for a roller coaster where a portion of the coaster will be like zero coaster.
No, it's
and
from- it's
it
from-
jumps. The coaster goes
No.
and it jumps from track, clean air onto track.
No, I think you got trolled.
You think so?
Because the picture of it, the rendering of it is from a video game where you build roller coasters.
So they're saying that they got the idea from that video game.
No, I don't think
Where
that
you
this
are
is,
building coasters. You don't think so?
No, hell no. You think they're going to build a roller coaster that goes in a loop
scary.
and skips off literally what you're talking about is like there's a track that the coaster goes on, and then
Yes.
at some point the track disappears, and
Yes.
gravity
Takes you
then,
over.
then carries
and you attach back onto the track.
I could see it happening if there were safety things in place of where it was never going to fall. But there is no way somebody's building a coaster because, first of all, it is impossible to design that because you would need to know the exact weight that the coaster is always going to be in order for it to be a successful landing every single time.
The video game, by the way, is called Thrillville, Off the Rails.
Thank you. Yes, that sounds like fun.
Right?
Right? Yes.
So let me read this to you from this article.
Yes.
Engineers at Walt Disney Imagineering Studios have said it's possible, although it will take an insane amount of precision to nail it. According to an engineer that reportedly spoke with the Mousetrap publication, quote, on paper it's possible, however, it requires an extreme amount of precision. They told us that in order for a roller coaster to jump the track, it has to move at a precise speed every single time, which can easily be impacted by the weather, humidity, number of riders, and many more elements. And then the expert goes on to say that they have doubts on if it can actually be done, but says it's theoretically possible.
I'm sure it's theoretically possible, but I think that this whole thing is like satire.
Troll?
Like,
Well, it's
yes,
known that website is a satire website.
I don't, and don't get me wrong, as much as I would love to believe somewhere in the world, people would, no, I wouldn't, because you're going to die. Like, you're going to die. I
ain't trusting it.
Hell no.
I couldn't trust it.
Can it be a clear track so that it looks like it's not there?
Sure, maybe if you can find,
I guess.
but I
Like
think you need,
plexiglass?
you need like vibranium in order to make clear steel, though. I
What's
think
vibranium?
I don't know how you find clear steel. I don't know.
Well, that's what they got in Wakanda.
Yes, I don't
That's
know
where it comes from.
Yeah, I don't know how you do. I don't know how you
Would they
do-
share that
do
much
that.
vibranium with Disney?
No, you think Wakanda's getting into bed with Disney?
I mean,
please. Well, I mean, they are kind of sort of already are. Yeah, no, you're right.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is, got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Alex, what the hell is with all the drama in your life? What's going on?
Oh my God. My bridesmaids tried to hijack my bachelorette.
Oh my God. Alex, you wrote it, says, hey, Roz and Mocha, fix my life. My bridesmaids did it because they wanted a cheaper hotel. They did it the week before it was supposed to happen. After the surprise adventures were ruined, I went ahead and canceled it because they had just pissed me off so bad. Since I canceled my bachelorette, who's this, like your maid of honor, refuses to speak to you?
No, one of my bridesmaids.
Okay, so one of your
She's
bridesmaids refuses to speak to you / acknowledge my existence.
Damn.
This happened in August. I'm married now, and she refuses to apologize for any wrongdoing. How do I tell her that because of her selfish actions, I can't stomach looking at her? Am I in the wrong for being mad at her like this? What
Okay,
happened? Jesus,
Alex,
man.
please go through what the original bachelorette party plans were and then what it ended up being before you canceled.
So I originally wanted to just go to Cuba, 4 days. And then they were like, you know what, it's too expensive. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So I'm like, okay, let's just go to Niagara Falls for 2 days. It was a total of $500 for the trip.
Per person, right?
Per person.
Okay.
My maid of honor was going to pay for my share, so nobody else had to pitch in for me. A week before, she puts in like our group chat, like, oh, I can save $30. Not $30 per night, $30 for just each person. And I was like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, let's just keep it as is because it's really late in the game. And like, we're literally leaving next week. Like, it's not, I just don't think it's worth it. She throws a massive hissy fit. Apparently, all the bridesmaids are very upset that they're not able to save $30, despite the fact that their dresses were like $100. And nobody had to pay for any hair or makeup because I had taken care of it for everybody. My poor like maid of honor was like, don't think that this is a good idea anymore. And then I was like, yeah, you know what? You're right. Like, let's just cancel it. And then the day I cancel it, she's like, well, I wasn't going to come anyway. And it's like, what?
Okay.
So she refuses to acknowledge that she did anything wrong. She is like adamant that I need to like reach out and apologize to her. And then I ended up not having a bachelorette
period.
Okay, but Alex, did any of these girls that canceled or like that ruined your bachelorette weekend, or specifically that one person, was she at your wedding?
Yeah, she ended up staying as a bridesmaid because I didn't want to deal with the hassle of kicking her out.
But you didn't talk to her at your wedding?
She didn't want to talk to me, no.
But she was still all up in the pictures, all hug, kiss, congratulations.
No, she kind of like stayed on the corner.
Oh my! And was this like a weird like tension between her and like all the other girls?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is it that you're asking? You want to be friends with this girl or no?
I just want to be cordial. I don't think that there's a point in having a relationship because it's been so ruined.
But what room do you have in your life for people that you're cordial with? I think that you just want closure or an apology is what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. I just want an apology.
Do you think that you're going to get the apology?
No.
Okay, so move on.
No, move on.
You don't need her in your life or that drama.
But she's my brother-in-law's girlfriend. She's not going anywhere.
God. Okay, but you don't have to like be best friends with her if you see like how often are you seeing her?
Every Sunday for football.
Okay. So.
And does she talk to you at all?
No.
And the guys, of course, don't care. They're just like, fix your stupid girl drama, right?
Yeah, my husband's like, if she doesn't want to talk to you, I won't speak to her. And I'm like, I need a ride or die. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Listen, but you don't have to engage in conversation and also football 16 weeks of the year.
So were you
You're
even
good.
friends with this girl, or was she only part of this because she's your brother-in-law's girlfriend?
No, she was like, we were like really good friends.
Okay. So here's what we will say, and we've said this to so many girls, okay? When this kind of drama happens. If your friendship cannot survive the changing of a hotel for a bachelorette party, there's not much that friendship would be able to survive. And there was just something keeping it alive that was not going to last in the first place.
It was me. I was keeping it alive.
You were keeping it alive. That is not a friendship that was built to last. It was never going to work.
Alex, move on with your life. When you see her, just be the bigger person. Act as if nothing is bothering you at all. You don't have to be best friends with the girl. You don't have to talk to her. You have other people in your life that are important to you. Just be happy on that aspect. Forget about her. Forget about the drama.
Okay. You guys make a good point.
Yeah. Or just sit her down and just the next time you see her, just be like, hey, do you have 2 seconds? And then like just bring her somewhere quiet and sit her down. And then you sit in front of her and just go, listen, I've been just thinking a lot about this. And I really, really do think that, it's time for an apology. And and then say nothing.
Oh, I like that.
Oh man, so awkward, so awkward.
And just and if you could raise your eyes at your eyebrows at the end of it, that would be great too.
Oh, okay.
And lean
Definitely
in,
will do.
right? Like raise your eyebrows and lean in,
and cross your arms.
Yeah,
and make sure she's sitting and you're standing in front of her.
Yes.
I love it. Should I shine a light on her like the old school,
something like that. No, this was not a friendship that was going to work.
Yeah, you're good, Alex. You don't need the drama.
Thanks so much, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Love you lots. Take care.
Have a good one. Bye.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
Anytime, brother.
All right. Hey, Mocha.
Yes, sir.
You ready?
Of course, bro.
Let's do the news.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
So RIP Twitter's trending like everything, and Elon Musk went on a tear last night with the jokes.
What happened now?
Elon tweeted, "How do you make a small fortune in social media? Start out with a large one." Everybody thinks that Twitter is going to go belly up.
That was funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
Because didn't everybody quit yesterday?
Yeah, because he gave them that extreme work ultimatum, and a lot of people walked out. But you also may notice that Space Karen is trending.
Space what?
Karen.
Karen. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
Because somebody on the side of the Twitter HQ in San Francisco broadcast like a scroll, right? And it just said Elon Musk : and then it was all the things that they're calling Elon Musk, broadcasting this on the side of the building. So I'm going to play it for you. Like I'll play it for me right now. There's no audio in it. I'll just read everything that is being broadcast. So it reads Elon Musk : okay, bankruptcy baby, supreme parasite, petulant pimple, apartheid profiteer, dictator's ass kisser, lawless oligarch, insecure colonizer, cruel hoarder, space Karen, mediocre man-child, pressurized privilege, petty racist, megalomaniac, worthless billionaire, bankruptcy baby. There you go. So that's what they're currently broadcasting on the side of the Twitter headquarters, and that's why Space Karen is trending. And then there's all sorts of memes with Elon Musk with the Karen hair. I believe everybody still uses the Kate plus 8 hair as their Karen hair, right? Yeah, that's the OG, right? Like she was. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So anyway, that's why RIP Twitter and Space Karen are trending today.
You think he cares?
No. No, I think that listen, this isn't all of Elon Musk's money. Like he took out loans. Like he has people that he has to appease in all of this.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's people that are looking at, the trust that they put in him, and it's not looking good.
But did he think acting like this would have a different outcome?
Yeah, unless his thing was a giant troll, which he spent $44 billion to literally just destroy Twitter. Unless that was his
But it'll also affect Tesla,
goal.
though, right? Like if...
Sure.
Mission accomplished.
Listen, he can lose $44 billion and still be like the richest man in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's crazy. That's the crazy part of all of this is that he could lose everything and still be the richest man in the world. Like it's the whole thing.
If I had that amount of money, I wouldn't buy Twitter. I'd just buy a cake. I don't know.
But you know him. He lives in like a trailer, man. Like he's a wild one.
You'd spend $44 billion on cake, Maury.
That was the first thing that came in my mind.
Yeah.
God.
How have you not? It looks like you have already. You got to be getting close, right? You got to be up there, like at least 30 bill, right? Like I know you have a little way to go. Meet your goals, man. We believe in you. Jenna Kramer, who was one of the stars of One Tree Hill, she did a podcast yesterday talking about that time Chris Evans ghosted her was the headline because she was dating him and then she had asparagus for dinner, went in the bathroom, peed in the bathroom. And then he went in right after her, and that was the last they talked. So here's Jenna Kramer sort of retelling that story.
That's the last interaction that I remember is him going into the bathroom after I just went to the bathroom with asparagus pee and never hearing from him again from the morning. Like we didn't hook up that night. He stayed up late with his friends. And then in the morning I was just like, I did like the asparagus walk of shame out of his house.
So, okay, I think that we can believe that she believes that he smelled her pee and decided to not continue on with the relationship.
Absolutely.
I don't know how else you take that story. But now it's a situation of like, people just blew this out of proportion. So here is Jenna Kramer clarifying the asparagus pee story.
Well, the thing with the sexiest man alive. Listen, I don't even want to know what they said about what I say. No.
Be kind to me.
No, the thing about the bathroom incident. Listen, that's why he ghosted me. First of all, he didn't ghost me. We just stopped talking. And it wasn't because of that. Like,
because however,
I was just saying an embarrassing moment. Can we all just like laugh at ourselves? Don't take. It's like who?
No, we can.
Really?
We can.
Like, so silly. No, he did not ghost me. We just stopped talking. But and again, like we all have an embarrassing moment in our life, right?
Yeah, and people need to be nice.
Well, and it's not even that. It's like that's not whatever.
No, but the way you frame the story...
Thank you. Can we play the other one again
Jenna
now that we
Kramer,
just heard this?
Just wait.
The way you frame the story is that you did your asparagus pee.
Thank you.
Captain America went and did his pee, smelled your asparagus pee,
Right.
and the way you frame the story is that after that, he stopped talking to you, and that was your last interaction, and your conclusion is that Chris Evans stopped talking to you after smelling your asparagus pee and ghosted you.
That's the story you told.
That is the exact story you told. So don't say that we're getting it all confused.
Quentin
Like you and I.
Tarantino's out promoting a new book, and a couple of things that came out in this talk that he did in New York the other night was he has plans in 2023 to direct an 8-episode television project.
Wow.
Because if you remember, like it was like 2005 that he randomly did like a couple episodes of CSI.
Mm-hmm.
He directed that.
I specifically remember the episodes.
Yeah.
It was when Nick got buried.
Right. Yes,
Buried
that's
alive.
right. Yes.
In the glass coffin.
Yeah.
Very Tarantino.
Yeah, those were the Tarantino episodes. Asked which comic book he would adapt if he had a choice as far as a feature film goes. Tarantino said that he would like to bring Marvel's Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos to the screen. Sergeant Fury follows Nick Fury, of course, is Samuel L. Jackson in the MCU, and the escapades of his unit in World War II. That was referenced in Captain America, the First Avenger. He also said that his next and final film, because he's always said that he's only going to do so many, will be an original script. So a lot of people who are holding out hope for a Kill Bill 3, that's not going to happen. It's going to be.
He was done making movies, right?
No, I think he has one left. He's got one left. And he also said that he feels that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is his greatest film that he's
Never
done.
saw it.
You never saw it? It's
Is it
great.
good?
I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah. A lot of people saying Inglourious Bastards. Some people going
Pulp
back
Fiction.
and saying Pulp Fiction. Reservoir Dogs. But he says Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is his best thing. Okay, so we got to get... So Ticketmaster is like apologizing to fans who could not get their hands on Taylor Swift tickets. The website crashed like crazy. Millions of people had signed up and verified, and now they're explaining that the tour on sale date made one thing clear. They say Taylor is an unstoppable force and continues to set records. We strive to make ticket buying as easy as possible for fans, but that hasn't been the case for many people trying to buy tickets for this tour. Apparently, there was over 3.5 million people who pre-registered for the verified fan accounts. They say the huge demand for Taylor's tour informed the artist team decision to add additional dates, which then crashed the system because more tickets were available. While 1.5 million fans were invited to the pre-sale, an additional 2 million were put on the wait list. Then they said last night, due to the extraordinarily high demands on ticketing systems and insufficient remaining ticket inventory to meet that demand, tomorrow, meaning today's public on sale for Taylor Swift has been canceled.
Oh my God.
No!
What a mess.
This is a disaster.
A disaster. So I want to play you this. This is Kelly Keegs from Barstool.
Okay.
And this is her reaction to not being able to get Taylor Swift tickets.
What has happened here with these tickets and the fans that want to go to this show and it means a lot to them and whatever is so absurd and disgusting that I don't understand how Ticketmaster is still in business. I don't understand how this company runs at all. How are they, they're under investigation now, just now? What the I'm getting DMs all day long about how this happens all the time. Oh, welcome to your first rodeo with Ticketmaster, blah, blah, blah. I'm not a concert person normally. This is really my first rodeo with Ticketmaster. And this is what's been going on this whole time and nobody's done anything? What are we doing? Where's Taylor also? Where's Taylor? I'm sorry. Say something, girl. This is crazy. I'm losing my mind. It's just unfair. It's unfair for everybody. Like I said, I know that I'll be there. I know that I'll end up going. I know that a lot of people will end up going and it'll be fine. But it's so that so many people are going to have to pay or are going to be tricked into paying 12 times the amount of money they would do it just to see a concert because they feel like they have to. That to me makes me sick. Wow. And I'm sorry if everybody has a problem with the fact that I feel sick that other people can't experience this experience because that's what we all want to do. We are fans, we're Swifties, we stick together, we all want the best for each other, and I'm so sorry that I care enough about other people in this situation to care about this online. So that's what's happening here. So everybody else, Ticketmaster, Greg Matthew, these people. I swear to God, things have to change.
Wow, Kelly, she is a huge Swiftie.
My favorite comment is, I'm going to play this every single time a girl says boys take sports too seriously.
Genius.
But everybody now is calling for Taylor to say something or do something.
And you
right?
know what's completely crazy about this? She has yet to announce her Canadian dates.
I know.
This is just happening for the U.S. tour.
Yeah.
So she hasn't announced Canadian dates. She hasn't announced other worldwide dates. So Ticketmaster has to get their stuff together.
Yeah.
and fix this before the rest of the world gets access to tickets.
Yeah. And it's and the resale tickets, the prices are, oh my God,
$20,000. I'm second guessing whether or not we're going to get if Jen and I are going to get tickets once they announce Canadian dates.
I don't know. It
seems like it's impossible, dude.
Yeah, it is. It's tough. Hey, there's a blizzard coming to Buffalo this weekend. They could get 75 centimeters. No,
bro, we're supposed to go to PF Chang's, man.
Yeah, I know. 1.2 meters is what they're expecting in Buffalo by Sunday night.
Jeez.
How many is that? What's that in feet? Anybody can you help me out with that? I don't know meters.
Maury?
1.2 meters. What's that, like 4 feet?
Yeah, absolutely.
4 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you saying you're going to look it up, or are you saying that that's what it is?
That's what it is.
4 feet, exactly.
Yeah, see, look.
4 feet. Thank you, Shem. I don't trust you.
What do you mean, thank you, Shem? I said it.
Okay, so 4 feet of snow in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Is any of that coming here?
And then, so Toronto is going to miss the major part of it, but Environment Canada
yes, suck it, Buffalo.
is talking about Barrie, Orillia, and Midland, Parry Sound area, Muskoka, Niagara, Kingston, Prince Edward County regions, among others, ahead of the snowstorm that they need to get ready. And then they also said that the worst snowfall is expected in Buffalo, where the National Weather Service was saying up to 4 feet will fall by Sunday. But again, locally, Toronto at least should avoid the blizzard. But everywhere else is going to get hammered. Thanks again, Shem, for clarifying.
You got it, man.
You got it.
My God.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So much went on at the American Music Awards last night, but one thing that we'll get to right now was Kelly Rowland presenting an award to Chris Brown won, and Chris Brown was uninvited. So he was supposed to do this giant Michael Jackson 40th anniversary Thriller tribute, and all the footage is out there from them rehearsing. It was like this big giant montage that they were going to do. All the dancers, they had choreographed all the Michael Jackson dances, all this stuff, and then without reason, they canceled the Chris Brown performance, and so Chris Brown
without reason.
What's that? They didn't give a reason. They didn't give a reason.
Really canceled just that. Like, he wasn't even there.
No. Like, they can't. Yeah, he was like uninvited to. I mean, maybe he wasn't uninvited, but like maybe he didn't show up after they canceled that. I don't know what those details are. But he was supposed to do this big thing. They canceled it at the last minute, and then he wound up winning. And Kelly Rowland was presenting him with the award and did the "I'll take this on his behalf." But listen to the audience reaction when Chris Brown won.
And the American Music Award goes to Chris Brown. Now, Chris Brown is not here tonight, so I'm accepting this award on his behalf. Excuse me, chill out. But I want to tell Chris, thank you so much for making great R&B music. And I want to tell him, thank you for being an incredible performer. I'll take this award, bring it to you. I love you. Congratulations. And congratulations to all the nominees in this category.
And so a lot, I mean, whenever Chris Brown, is in the news, you get the people who come out to call him, a piece of garbage. And then you get the people who come out who sort of defend him. And a lot of the points that are being, brought up, realistically, let me get your thoughts on this, Shem. Do you think people would be this hard on Chris Brown still after all these years if what went down didn't go down with Rihanna? If it went down with somebody else?
I don't think, yes. I mean, okay, so two things. I think who it happened to is definitely a big part of it. I think the big thing is the visual. That TMZ picture of Rihanna's face with this sort of the bruises on her forehead, I think is an image that is really imprinted in people's minds. But I think for forever.
But if that was Chris Brown's just girlfriend at the time,
I still think that image. It's
if
the
it
image.
wasn't Rihanna,
if it wasn't Rihanna,
I highly disagree.
I think that image is so, because here's the thing: Rihanna's presumably forgiven him, right? And I think that image is just so much in his mind. And look, he's had some issues post that incident as well, right?
Lot.
And to some people, he has not he has not been as contrite, I think, as they would like for him to have been since that incident.
But I mean, geez, they'll have Cardi B on stage. Cardi B admitted to drugging guys and having them sexually assaulted and robbing them.
Yeah. You know what's messed up though?
It's wild.
I'll tell you what's messed up though is it all depends on who you like, right?
Yeah.
If you like Cardi B, you will excuse it, right? If
You're
you
right.
don't like Chris, you won't.
Yeah, you're right. Argos win the Grey Cup.
Winnipeg can only watch as the hopes of a three-peat fade away. What an extraordinary finish here at Mosaic Stadium. The dynasty is denied. And one of the oldest trophies in Canada's history will go to one of its oldest franchises. The Toronto Argonauts have won the 2022 Grey Cup.
Man, they love a cowbell in the middle of the country, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Jeez, I don't know. Everything okay over there for you?
I don't know.
No? The Argos...
You know what would fix that, Mocha? More cowbell.
More cowbell. The team announced plans for a public celebration with fans 11 until 1 on Thursday down at Maple Leaf Square. So
Nice.
Go with that. That's on.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So Banksy, the artist, was encouraging all of his fans to shoplift at the Guest store on Regent Street in London. Why? So they had a giant window display with one of Banksy's works on it, right? The protester throwing the flowers. And it was huge. It was a massive billboard inside the store. And so Banksy saw that, and then he tweeted out to his 11.6 million followers, "Attention all shoplifters. Please go to Guess on Regent Street. They've helped themselves to my artwork without asking.
Oh.
How can it be wrong for you to do the same with their clothes?"
Wow.
Oh, my God.
And he's going to turn around and say, yo, this is just art. This is an art project. Wait, but so the Gap?
Guess.
Oh, sorry. So Guess used his artwork without paying him for it?
They had a giant
But how do
display
you
in
pay
there.
somebody you don't know who they are?
No. Because so what happened is that Guess is saying that they have a deal with Brandalized, and Brandalized is a company that has a deal with Banksy to sell licensed Banksy memorabilia to fans.
Oh.
So Guess said that they had a deal with them, but whether the giant billboard inside the store was a violation of the agreement of what is memorabilia to fans, they just straight up use this as advertising inside their stores. So there's a sort of does this fall under the umbrella of their agreement kind of thing? But anyway, so within they covered the whole thing up. Oh my God, yeah, instantly they were like, we don't want any part of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But what about the clothing?
No idea. No idea. But they had to cover up the giant display that was inside the store.
Do we know if any thieves showed up?
I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
Believe me, I'm sure they did.
11 point how much million?
Right?
Followers?
Yes.
Somebody got to live close by.
Right? Yes.
But I just find it interesting that he has a problem with them doing this. Meanwhile, he's okay with using images of Samuel L. Jackson and stuff in his artwork without, asking permission. So I just think it's an interesting double standard.
Asking permission from who, though?
From I guess it would be whoever made Pulp Fiction. For the one where Samuel Jackson's holding a banana instead of a gun.
Sure, but you're assuming that they would have a problem with Banksy using that image.
Yeah, no,
I don't think that they do.
Yeah, I just think it's interesting that you have a problem with people using it, but you never asked for it. Don't get me wrong. I would love to own a Banksy.
Yeah, we know that more.
Yo, don't be talking bad about Banksy. He's going to come in here.
Yeah.
11.1 million followers. Shut this place
Yeah,
down.
I know.
Guys, can I tell you how much I love Banksy?
Yes, me too. I love him.
Oh,
yeah.
the
Also,
artwork?
Bro,
Next level.
Yeah. Also, the Hells
Genius.
Angels. Love them.
Oh.
God.
The logo? So creative.
It's
Motorcycles,
Yeah, bro.
fastest I've ever seen.
Yeah, beautiful too.
Yeah, shiny.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Apparently, Olivia Wilde and Harry Styles are on a break.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Oh, I don't know. They say there's no bad blood between them, though. Harry didn't dump Olivia or vice versa. They say that it's impossible to have a relationship when he's in every continent next year and Olivia has her job and the kids. So I guess they spent a lot of time together. They had to promote this movie together. They made the movie together. So I guess it was all like, super great, right? Oh, it's amazing. This we can make this work. No, you can't.
When they get back to real
work.
life,
Yeah.
what real life looks for each one of them.
Yeah, it's not good. Taylor Swift at the American Music Awards last night, accepting the honor of Artist of the Year. Here's Taylor.
In the past few years, I have released more music than I did in the entire decade preceding that. And I really feel like that's down to the fact that you, the fans, made it clear that you wanted to hear lots of music that I would make. You encouraged me. And so I found that the more music I made and the more music I put out, the happier I was. The more I just kept that channel open and just kept creating, kept making things. And the more that happened, the more you guys were like, yay, keep doing it. And the happier I was. So I have the fans to thank, essentially, for my happiness.
You're welcome.
Mocha taking full credit.
And I love you more than I can say.
Oh, thanks.
I cannot express how unbelievable it is to me that I still get to do this and that you still care. So...
Well, we do care.
They don't
thank
cut Taylor
you,
Swift
underlined
off,
with 13 exclamation points. I don't know what to say. I love you.
Yeah, they give her a full minute 18.
Yeah.
Right. Meanwhile, everyone else gets like 30 seconds.
Less.
And
Pink,
she won 4 awards, so she spoke a lot.
Yeah, she did. Pink did a tribute to Olivia Newton-John with a rendition of Hopelessly Devoted to You from Greece.
Guess mine's not the first heartbroken. My eyes not the first to cry. Not the first to know. There's just no getting over you.
Pink is one of those artists that her voice seemingly hasn't changed from the first time she introduced herself to us back in the early 2000s. Like, she's so good.
She also has a very sustainable style of singing.
Yeah. I love it.
She also opened the show last night, too.
Did she? So good. How good is this, Shem? How good does she sound?
She doesn't oversing, and that's what Pink what makes our voice sound so good.
Yeah, it's a style that you can do forever, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, so Elon Musk reinstated a whole bunch of people over the weekend.
Yahoo! Tell me.
Okay, so he reinstated Donald Trump. After doing a poll, he simply did, should I reinstate Donald Trump? And 15 million people voted in the poll.
God.
He said it was viewed by 135 million people. So Donald Trump, and now Elon Musk, I don't know if you've seen his feed, he's like real thirsty, just like basically begging Donald Trump to start tweeting. Like,
But didn't Donald Trump say he's not interested?
Yeah, it's super gross.
It's all about Truth Social, right?
Kanye is back.
Oh, what did he say?
So Kanye said, testing, seeing if my Twitter is unlocked, and then wrote shalom.
With a happy face.
With a happy face, I guess. Kathy Griffin is back. Jordan Peterson is back. The Babylon Bee is back. So Elon Musk sort of on a tear, unbanning all the people who have been banned.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame aired on the weekend. So a lot of that stuff that when all those teasers came out for it, you got to see it all in full last night or Saturday night. Let's start with Eminem, number 14, Mocha. So this is Eminem and Ed Sheeran doing Stan, which, as you know, in the original version, it was
Eminem and Dido.
And
then at the Grammys that one year, that one memorable year, it was Eminem and Elton John.
Right.
He's gone cold, I'm wondering why. But I don't bet it all. The morning rain clouds up my window, and I can't see it all. Even if I could it all be great.
Yeah, that sounds so good.
Sounds good, huh?
It reminds me that it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Hands up! She's gone
God. This just leveled up. Like, this is my all-time favorite Eminem song.
Yeah. Is it, Stan?
Yeah,
Yeah?
it really is. Oh, this is good. I hope they release this version.
Yes, man. I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my cell, my pager, and
Yeah, and then
man.
Eminem at the mic during his acceptance speech, telling his daughter at one point to cover her ears.
I realize what an honor it is right now for me to be up here tonight, and what a privilege it is to do the music that I love, and the music that basically saved my life. Probably not supposed to actually be here tonight because of a couple of reasons. One, I know that I'm a rapper, and this is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And there's only a few of us right now that are have been inducted in already, but there's only a few of us. Secondly, I almost died from an overdose in 2007, which kind of sucked because, Haley, plug your ears. Because drugs were f***ing delicious.
Wow.
And I thought we had a good thing going, man, but I'm like, I had to go and f*** it all up and take too many. God damn. Okay, Haley, you're good.
Wow. But like, he didn't end it with like, and don't do drugs, kids?
No.
Like,
No.
that's just what it was?
No, because then he moved on to his next part of his speech.
Jeez. All right. I didn't know that. Did you know that he almost OD'd in 2007?
He got an album that's called Relapse, and then all about it.
I don't know, man. I read so many articles and like heard so
Yeah.
many different interviews with him talking about his drug addiction and then
Like, I knew.
relapsing and stuff like that. Oh boy,
Yeah.
it's sad.
Dolly Parton being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now, if you remember Dolly Parton originally, when they said that, hey, Dolly, we want to induct you, she said no, thank you. And then it took some convincing to actually get Dolly to accept the award because Dolly doesn't think she's rock and roll. Here's Dolly Parton.
And when I always thought about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I thought that was just for people in rock and roll. And I thought, well, you know, if I'm going to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I'm going to have to do a rock album. Because my husband of 56 years is a huge rock fan, and all through the house, he has music louder than this going on at all times. And he's always said, you should do a rock album. And I thought, I'm going to write a song for tonight, which I'm going to sing in a minute. But
oh, yeah?
Yeah. So Dolly, by the way, it's part of her shtick, but she always says that her husband is really not into her music.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
Is she like the nicest person of all time?
Of all time.
Yeah.
So here is Dolly Parton with that rock song that she promised.
I figure if I'm going to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I'm going to have to earn it.
Oh, wow.
This is her on guitar.
Oh my God.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Damn, Dolly.
I grew up loving Elvis and Wildman Jerry Lee.
That sounds
Chuck
pretty
Berry,
good.
Little Richard, they all cast a spell on me. Carl Perkins and those blue suede shoes had no place on the farm. But there's better than them brogans I was wearing around the barn with my transistor radio.
Yo, Dolly!
I mean, it's a version of rock, I guess you could say.
Yo, don't be hating on Dolly.
I'm not hating on Dolly. You think I want that mob after me? I love Dolly, but
yo, that's good.
Dolly's on that list, man, for me.
Oh, God, really?
Oh,
Sure.
that Martha
Shem,
Stewart.
bro, I'm telling you right
list.
now.
How old is Dolly? She's like 77 now?
Could be older. Could be older. She could be lying about her age.
See, man.
Dolly, bro, I'm telling you.
Look at Shem creeping.
Dolly in real life.
76.
76. Is she on Insta?
So you're younger. Nice.
Is she on IG at Dolly Parton?
I would say you'd
Followed by
leave your
Shem?
family for Dolly, but Shem, I will say this: you would abandon your mother. I'm telling you right now.
Love you, Mom, but this is Dolly. You know what I'm saying?
Abandon your own
5.4
mother.
million. Oh, she's on Twitter. Let me go ahead and hit that follow button.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Kelly Rowland, more from her shutting down the crowd at the American Music Awards. So Kelly Rowland accepted an award on Chris Brown's behalf, and the audience booed, if you remember. And Kelly had this to say during the ceremony.
And the American Music Award goes to Chris Brown. Now, Chris Brown is not here tonight, so I'm accepting this award on his behalf. Excuse me, chill out. But I want to tell Chris, thank you so much for making great R&B music. And I want to tell him, thank you for being an incredible performer. I'll take this award, bring it to you. I love you. Congratulations. And congratulations to all the nominees in this category.
The way she said excuse me was like the first time you talk back to your mother.
Bro.
Right?
Yes.
And she looks at you like, excuse me.
Come on now.
I know your dumbass didn't talk to me like that.
Wait till we get home.
Yeah, exactly.
So Chris Brown was supposed to do a big, giant production honoring Michael Jackson's Thriller 40th anniversary. And then he was uninvited and canceled with no reason, quote unquote, given for the cancellation. And so that's why she said what she said on stage. And I guess people were happy that Chris Brown wasn't there. And then that's why they booed when he won. But paparazzi caught up with Kelly Rowland yesterday to sort of go a little bit deeper into her thoughts on Chris Brown.
I have to know your thoughts on people booing Chris. Is it sad to see?
You know what? I believe that grace is very real, and we all need a dose of it. And before we point fingers at anybody, we should realize how grateful we are for every moment that we get, for even our own things that we have. I just think it's important to remember to be human.
Do you feel like he needs to be forgiven for, like, you know, what he did? I mean,
you know what? We all need to be forgiven for anything that we could be doing, anything that we're thinking. We all come up short in some sort of way. And grace is real. And we are humans. And everybody deserves grace.
Wow.
Right.
Paparazzi need better microphones.
Not everybody.
No,
LA needs less traffic.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But those paparazzi are so funny, right? They're always on their side.
Yeah.
Like they're always on their side.
But that's how they get the
so-
story.
It's
I know.
nerve-wracking, though. Like, like, you never know how a celeb's going to react. You have to be really...
Avatar 2 hits theaters on December 16th.
This year?
Avatar 2 needs to make $2 billion worldwide just to break even. That's how
goodness.
expensive Avatar: The Way of Water is. Early reports have claimed that the production budget alone is $250 million, and that is not marketing, advertising, any of that stuff. James Cameron would not give out the exact sort of overall cost when he was doing this interview with GQ. All he said was that it was very effing expensive. Later on in the article, he said that the budget was so high that it represented, quote, the worst business case in history. You have to be the third or fourth highest grossing film in history. That's your threshold. That's your break-even mark.
Jeez.
So he's got to clear $2 billion worldwide. So Avatar, the first Avatar, did that with 2.9. Endgame did it with 2.7. Titanic, which is also James Cameron, did it with 2.1. And then what was another one? Force Awakens was 2.07 and Infinity War was 2.05. So he's got to clear Force Awakens, Infinity War, and Titanic, I think it is, in order to break even with this movie.
I'm good without watching Avatar 2. I'm not going to contribute.
You're not, huh?
No. To James Cameron achieving
I
that
never
goal.
saw the first one.
I watched the first one on a plane.
I watched the first one in the movie theater, and I was like, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
but listen,
okay,
man,
like-
$2.9 billion is, I mean, people were into it, right? But nobody took Avatar with us, right? Nobody quotes Avatar.
Like, I was just
Nobody
looking up-
references Avatar.
Like, if
Nobody
I
dresses
say
up as Avatar for Halloween.
No.
right, like it didn't make like a cultural impact.
No,
pop cultural
it made
impact.
giant box office impact.
Like, I'm looking at famous quotes from Avatar.
There is no famous quote from
Right?
Avatar.
And I can't find any except
No.
for top quotes from Avatar 2009.
No.
Right? Which include, sooner or later, though, you always have to wake up.
No. But that could be from The Matrix. Like, that's not.
Okay, how about this one?
Yeah, go.
Yeah. Tommy was the scientist.
Right? It's weird, though. Avatar is it's made so much money. Everybody in the world saw Avatar. Yeah.
Up ahead was Pandora.
Okay. No.
That one sounds about right.
Yeah, I'm
I mean,
sure.
I
But
could see
but
that
nobody
one.
says that in life, though, right?
There's no such thing as an ex-Marine.
No, like
Not that one?
it's-
From any movie.
Yeah, G.I. Jane that could be from. I don't
Everything out there wants to kill you and eat your eyes for jujubes.
right? Like,
Yeah, I like that one.
yeah,
Right?
but it's really wild. But Avatar's got to
Guys.
do a ton of money at the box office,
Listen,
man.
should we help James Cameron out? And like next year, everyone on the show, we dress up as like characters from Avatar for Halloween.
I mean, I don't want to be like all blue.
In a tight bodysuit?
Your balls are already.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow. Jeez. Right. You said that in news? No respect. No respect. We are the only newscasts in the entire world right now today. And there's World Cup is happening.
Yeah.
We're the only ones mentioning.
Listen, you want to talk about memorable quotes? Yeah. I'll just give you one.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
We're not used to sort of, police officers being just as brazen in Canada as they are in the States. And oftentimes, when you see cops in movies just doing these press conferences, you're like, oh God, you roll your eyes because it's clever writing and they're just sort of portraying this Americana version of a cop doing a press conference. But I have to play you this. This is in Florida, surprise, surprise.
Of course.
Where cops shot a guy who had an AR-15 who was also throwing Molotov cocktails at a state house.
Oh my God.
So listen to this cop at the press conference.
Look what he had in his hand, an AR-15. In addition to that, he had a handgun. 3 of our deputies began to shoot. We hit Luke 3 times, twice in the right leg, once in the left leg, and once in the groin. And we've changed the looks of his groin forever, if you know what I mean.
That was a press conference?
Yes. Yes.
What?
Yes. We shot him in the groin, and we've changed the looks of that man's groin forever, if you know what I mean. We know.
But did they check? Like, did they
Yeah, I
confirm?
think.
I mean, if you shoot that area, there's no need to check. Okay?
And we've changed the looks of his groin forever, if you know what I mean.
Oh, we know, sir.
I wonder if somebody would raise their hand going, I don't know what you
In
mean.
what way? Like, I need to know, in what
Yeah.
way change the look? Like
mangled? Or are we talking
off?
Like a scar?
Yes.
Off.
Yes.
Or like shape changing.
Yes. Very
And
proud
we've
of
changed
that,
the
though.
looks of his groin forever, if you know what I mean.
Very proud of that, huh?
And literally roasted.
When you, but when you go back and you hear all the things that, listen to the beginning, okay?
Oh, I know.
Because I feel
Yep.
I'm with the police officer on this, and I would flex very hard after doing what I did to someone that showed up with all this material.
Look what he had in his hand, an AR-15. In addition to that, he had a handgun. 3 of our deputies began to shoot. We hit Luke 3 times, twice in the right leg, once in the left leg, and once in the groin. And we've changed the looks of his groin forever, if you know what I mean.
So proud. So proud. Now, do you think it was an intentional groin shot or an accidental groin shot?
No, with that many officers shooting, I
They're
think
just spraying bullets.
Yeah.
Well, I think that the 2 in the leg and the 1 in the other leg, they were aiming and they missed.
Yeah. I think that they were just spraying bullets at that point. But anyway,
whatever happened.
if you know what I mean.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.